All right. What is going on, Flag fam? We are live here at Beacon Bikes versus Marcello's.
Wow.
And it's a quick catch right away to Johnny Lang.
Early and often from
Declan.
Shane, Michael Green. Jack,
It is great
been
to
a
be up
pleasure.
here. I mean, I'm so excited to be up here.
Couldn't wait to get in the booth and just speak my mind, to be honest.
yeah.
Flag family, welcome in. Tonight we have Beacon Bikes versus Marcello's, and quite frankly, this is for the 1 seed right now.
Think so? That's the implications right away?
Yeah, we have an undefeated Marcello's team coming in against the 3-1 Beacon Bikes team. Winner take all as of right now. As the standings show, Marcello's is at 1. I believe Beacon Bikes is sitting at number 2 with that 3-1.
Yeah, it depends how you look at it. If you ask some people, they'll say that 3-1 is above 3-0, which didn't really make much sense to me when I'm not gonna lie, I asked ChatGPT to see where it would rank it. It put Beacon Bikes at 1 at 3-1 and Marcello's at 2 at 3-0. I guess it's just saying, as a quick catch over there, who's that, Johnny Lang? I guess it's just saying because they have 4 games completed. Technically, you could say that maybe because they have 4 games completed. I don't know. I don't really know. But this is.
That's ChatGPT for
Yeah,
you, is all I will say there.
I think my ChatGPT is an idiot. I do.
Well, ask Nick Kilmer about ChatGPT. Your special analyst gets his special stats right from that dumb app.
Just to keep in mind here, me and Declan talked about this pregame. Shane Green, he started off here with 15 yards. And Declan, do you want to tell him what's at stake here?
So Shane right now has 2 completions, 15 yards, and another about 8-yard ball there to Johnny Lang twice. Once he reaches 50 yards total, he is at a career of 10,000. That is a milestone. Only one other quarterback who happens to be his opposing quarterback, Finn Costello, has achieved in this league.
Yeah. I mean, that's flag greatness right there.
It's Hall of Fame
The fact
legendary
that
status.
I mean, missed a whole season, and he's still pushing 10,000 right now is crazy.
Him missing a season put him behind Finn because, quite frankly, he might have been ahead of Finn if he did not go to Dallas
I
that
agree.
summer. I
agree.
Enjoyed Texas, Shane.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Nasty, but I mean, looks like they're gonna. Is this fourth down? Here?
I think
This is
we
fourth and
have
very
a
short.
4th and 1 here, maybe a 4th and half a yard. I mean, you don't hate a halfback gut dive here. Shane can run. Shane can run.
Oh,
He elects to run,
gets the
and
first
he
down.
goes down.
Great first down there from Shane.
That's a Shane 2-yard run.
So we have the stats up here. Rich, just let us know when Shane's getting close to that
That
to
mark.
50 yards. 50 yards.
50 yards?
He needs 50 yards to eclipse 10,000 on his career.
Also, jot down Matt Sturman has 1 tackle for Marcello's, please. Thank you.
I was told Sturman wasn't coming tonight.
So I heard that as soon as I arrived, but I have
Because
no
I wrote
clue.
notes about Sturman, and I told he wasn't coming, so I kind of pushed him out of my notes, but I kept it just in case he was here.
And this is a run to Trevor Zamudio, and he's going. And he's down. It's a hell of a grab.
Was that a run or a pass?
That was a run. Trevor Zamudio. Give him about, I would say, 7-ish yards on the gain. Great tackle by, I
Wish
believe,
we had
MJ
wait, we have a
Molina.
walkie-talkie to talk to him and make sure that was a run for sure before just so we don't mess up the stats.
That was a run, right?
Who
And-
are we chatting with down there? Ty.
Ty Long. And coming in
was
is
a run, right?
Tommy Joseph, just arriving a little bit late for Marcellus. You don't like to see that from a team.
Okay, just making sure.
And Shane drops back here.
Okay.
Looks to pass, surveys, scrambles out. Owen Lynch. And what do we got here?
He's calling him down.
Calling him down. That is a sack. Owen
Shane
Lynch.
took a hard fall there. He's holding his knee.
Shane always has
Ouch.
some sort of injury. Ouch. Woe is me.
Rich,
Owen Lynch.
Rich, if you could do, just do me a favor, make sure
Another
that,
sack.
this
This
is on the
Marcello's
field.
front 2, whether
I'm
it's
not paying
Owen
attention.
Lynch, Anthony Ray, or Owen Lynch, and Nick Lentini has been a problem for opposing offenses all year, and I believe that is Owen Lynch's 5th sack on the year.
He actually had 5 going into this. That is
So
6.
that would be his 6th then. Wow.
And
Hell of a
so
year.
him and Lucini both have 6 now.
That's 12 on the year.
12 on the year for Marcello's. I think they're high above everybody else in the league in sacks.
They must be, and I believe Lentini looks like he was enjoying himself a beach vacation. I saw today, so he
Yeah.
won't be arriving.
So I'll
Shane
overtake
rolls.
him. Oh, and
Shane's
he's
going. That was a blitz. Shane cuts, and he's
stopped.
down by
TJ
TJ Reed. Nice tackle there, about a gain of
I mean,
that 10.
Marcello's missing Nick Lentini is kind of a big blow.
I think it's a huge blow for him because he packs that 1-2 punch where you got
Yeah.
Owen Lynch on the strength and you got Lentini on the speed, and
And you need speed against Shane.
you need speed against Shane. He actually is one of the league leaders in rushing yards. I know he's a quarterback. He leads his team by
Look
a
at Tommy
wide
Joseph
margin.
sprinting down the field.
He's just warming them old hamstrings up. That's all he's doing there. He is one of our older players, but God, is he good when he gets in there.
Oh yeah, look at. I mean,
That
looks like he's in pain.
That looks like that could either be a 4.2 40 or a 7.8 40. I'm not sure. We have bikes. I believe this should be a punt. I believe that was third down where Shane had to run there on the blitz. It was a great blitz call.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have Marcelo's ball here. Hell of a punt
At the
right
12th?
outside the 10-yard line by Shane. He
Spotted,
really
spotted
can
at the
do it
13
all.
by Aiden.
Aiden Davis, one of our veteran refs out there today. Tough one for Romanova
And
yesterday.
speaking of Davis's, Trey Flicks walks into the field.
You might be looking at, there are rumors circulating, you might be looking at the new quarterback of the Costellos. So Trey
Walking out to the
Davis
field right now?
has expressed
Really?
his displeasure with the quarterback on Costellos. We'll leave him nameless,
going on with this
his
camera?
play. And he says he can play better, and I'm
don't
starting to
mess with
believe him. So we got Marcelo's ball here.
I mean, I would give Trey a shot if I were you, honestly.
He has a rocket arm. He is the future of our league, ladies and gentlemen. So we got Marcelo's first down here, first drive of the game for them. Do you got any keys for Marcelo's today?
I do have keys for Marcelo's, actually. Some keys to highlight for Marcelo's. Three key victories for tonight. After this play out, we'll start the first one. Hang on, let's see
And
what
we got a
happens
play
here.
action quick out
To
to
CP.
Schmutters there. And that is a good, call that a 15 to
Well,
18
actually,
yard
before
game.
we get into my keys for victory, let me just shout out CP and Chase, both eclipsing 3,000 yards, career yards this season.
Again,
That was probably in the last two games. They both have eclipsed 3,000 career yards. Great. I mean, they're the two leading career receptions in the entire league. So
coming into the
both
season,
on the same team is insane.
we had 3 receivers in the 2,000 yard, or 4 in the 2,000 yard club, and now we only have 2 in the
Tackled in
3,000 yard club. That is Hall of Fame status by Carter and Chase, who happen to be on the same team. So that's definitely an edge.
Any idea
Finn
who tackled
drops,
Carter
and
there?
it's a
Not
run
sure.
to Chase Green here. Not much room, and he's going to be out for about a yard or 2 there. Bikes definitely seems to be keying on that run there. Interesting play by Marcelo's. Haven't you seen them use Chase in the run often, but with Nick Lentini out, I would expect them to go to Chase and Carter on the run a lot more often here.
So let's start with my first key to tonight's victory for Marcelo's. My number one is contain Luke Mahan over the top.
He is having a
Before I
hell of a year.
wrote this, I originally wrote it as Jaya. No, I didn't. I wrote it as Luke Mahan, but I was thinking Jaya would be the one to stop, but it's Luke Mahan. Without a doubt, it's Luke Mahan. He has 23.8 yards per catch this season. How many deep balls has Shane completed to him is insane.
1,000.
I mean, every single game, it's like they're guaranteed for one over-the-top ball that falls right into Luke's arms. It's
And
like,
oh my
it's a drop
God,
by Sturman.
Sturman. And
but it's like Shane and Luke have been perfectly in sync this season so far. Nothing really to complain about there, but I think that Marcelo's secondary has to keep him in front of him and stop him in the open field. If they let him get behind him, they're gonna pay.
he's a dangerous player,
They're
and
gonna pay.
he's in MVP talks for a reason.
And then my second key, which didn't look so good there for that first drive, is let Finn cook, but stay balanced. Finn leads the league with 10 passing touchdowns and a league best 67% completion percentage. But you got to establish the run early. And I wrote use Nick Lentini, but I mean
He's gone.
You still have other people.
And
Say 7 minutes. You still have other people to use on this team, but you have to stay balanced here against this team. I mean, if you still have to keep that run game implemented.
that is something that Beacon Bikes does not do often, unless it's Shane Green.
Yeah.
They do not run the ball often.
But yeah, I mean,
Marcelo's is a balanced team, I will say.
if they don't use the run here early and often, they're not going to keep Beacon Bikes honest, and they're going to just be looking for pass all game, and it's not going to work. They got to open up the run game to open up the pass game.
I completely agree.
Because Beacon Bikes secondary is good. I mean, Dylan Lang.
Shane drops
Dylan-
here. That's to Luke Mahan. We got, give or take, about 10 yards there. Shane is closing in on that
Lane has-
10,000 yard mark.
Yeah, he is. How much we got here? Which calculates it up here. But Dylan Lane has been great in the middle this season. I think he's had 17 tackles so far in the season. I mean,
He's been fantastic
top,
for
I think
him.
he's top 5. Shane has 36 yards total right now.
He is 14 away.
Not counting his
14 away.
rushing yards.
Not-
No, that
We're not
doesn't
counting
count.
rushing yards. And my third key, I'll get it out of here really quick, is bring the heat on Shane Green.
We're about to find that out right
Pressure
now.
will be key. Owen has 6 sacks on the season.
Lentini also 6 there,
yeah.
so that's
You have to
12.
disrupt his rhythm, and he already has 5 interceptions on the season.
And that's again Mahan. And the thing with bikes is they
is
go
that?
to the well on the Mahan comeback route
You have to-
early
yeah.
and often, and it just works.
You have to force Shane to throw at least 2 interceptions tonight to win this game, I believe.
Shane will do it too. If he presses the ball downfield, because there are rumors speculating that him and his coach don't get along often. His
That is
coach
a
wants
rumor speculating.
a formulated, quarterback in rhythm in the pocket. Shane's not that player. We know that.
Shane I don't believe he ever will be that player, but you have to let him be the player that he is.
He's at 43.
He's at 43, so we're looking at 7
This
yards
could
here.
be it, folks.
Oh,
And he
please.
goes high, and that is going to be incomplete. He was targeting Johnny Lang again there. TJ Reed in coverage. He was on him like glue. TJ Reed,
Ty.
another hell of a player in this league.
Shane needs 7 yards.
I could hear Ty from out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Did anybody-
shouting.
Ty, one of our referees, loud
Make
and
sure you
proud.
stop the
some
game
like
if he
to
gets
call
it.
him.
We're celebrating him. I mean, we might have to pop a bottle up here for Shane.
Yeah, we might break Jack's sobriety for
What'd you
this.
say, Ty?
See what happens.
Celebrating him how? What am I stopping it for?
Stopping to celebrate 10,000 career yards.
I'll have him sign the ball.
No,
Yeah, I mean, Finn knows. They're going to celebrate him.
Shane here. And that's a run.
a run.
Zamudio,
Ooh,
it cuts
ooh,
up.
wow.
Quickness by Zamudio, and this is something you see from bikes now. They went to Lang to start the season at running back, but Lang missed that one game.
Zamudio was a dart
stepped in nicely.
Yeah. I agree.
He is a sneaky, shifty player. A lot of athleticism. Golfer, actually, at Mount
Great
St. Mary.
golfer. Mount St. Mary's actually, he owns stake at Mount St. Mary's because he hit the first ever hole-in-one in
I
program
have heard
history.
that. Yes, he
So-
outside of flag football, that is.
Yes.
He did hit a hole in one. Hell of a golfer. We do have a couple golfers in this league. Not many, a couple.
Yeah, and drunks.
It's a drinking town with a flag football problem. Some say.
I'm feeling Shane record breaker right here.
Yeah, this is going to be about a
do you think?
15-yard gain. I think it's going to be.
Luke over the middle?
It's going to be Luke Mahan. Who else?
Oh, ball's up.
And nobody home
misread.
there. You got a note here for Beacon Bikes. They are missing Jaya and Gio Bowley. Gio Bowley, one of the best pure receivers in the entire league.
Yeah,
He is
those are
young,
rough.
but it does not matter.
That's a rough 2 misses.
So you have out there for bikes, you got people filling in, and you got people to fill big shoes. So we'll see if they can do it tonight.
The thing is, I mean, they're missing stars, but the quarterback's going to put the ball where it needs to be for everybody else.
He is. It's Shane Green, and at the end of the day, this pass rush, if they don't get home quick enough, and right now without Lentini, they don't got that speed, but they got all the muscle for it.
They do have
You're
the
going
muscle,
up,
but
though, against...
I don't like Nolantini because
No.
I think you're going to see tonight. I think Shane is going to, and there it is.
And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Dylan Lane,
Record broken.
Shane Green has eclipsed 10,000 career passing yards. And I mean, they're
Shane
celebrating
Green.
him on the field. Hopefully he can finish a drive here.
Yeah.
You know,
he's cheesing from ear to ear down
he
there.
is. He's done something many quarterbacks in this
Finn,
league
there's
wish
Finn
they
shaking
can
his
do.
hand, yeah.
Finn, the only other quarterback, of course, he's happy because he got to do it first. And I will
if
say,
Finn was behind him, he would be on the bench saying, screw that
he
guy.
would. And if I was on that field against Shane, you think I'm going out to shake his hand? Absolutely not. We got a game to win.
That's fair. But congratulations, Shane.
Shane,
10,000.
Shout out Shane.
You are the best for a reason. 3-time, I think, ring winner, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, pre-coach
And
era.
he goes deep, and that is way out of
Wow.
bounds
Holy
there.
moly.
He's looking again to Mahan, and I expect tonight for bikes, Mahan to get at minimum 15 to 20 targets. Without Jaya, without Gio, that leaves Mahan to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
Shane will look, though, at his other targets. You saw Dylan Lane
Dylan
there.
Lane, I mean-
People will fill in. Shane just has to get the ball there.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I mean, I think as this game progresses, you're going to see the lack of Nolentini. I think you're going to see the problem it's going to cause Marcelos.
I believe the pass rush is not going to be there on Shane because we even saw when they played Baja very recently.
What a punt.
Baja is the most feared defensive line. It's going up there an all-timer, maybe. Forever drafts a hell of a team. He knows what he's doing in that draft, and he put together a bomb squad.
Yeah.
And on that D-line, it's the fastest, most physical, and big D-line. He puts it all together into one.
Yeah.
And Shane last week, I believe, took a couple of sacks when they played them, but he also was able to avoid 1,000 more sacks just using his legs.
No,
so
I agree.
Marcelo's, I don't think, has that speed that Baja does. And then they're also going up against, who you can't take lightly, William Hockler and Zeke Bando. I mean, two of my favorite lineman duo of all time. Zeke, a newcomer, not playing like one. He's incredible on all aspects of that offensive line.
I mean,
same with Hockler.
It's not even Zeke's play speaks for itself, but his personality speaks higher than that. I think Zeke Bando
flag family through and through. He's
I think
incredible.
Zeke Bando is a great addition to this league. I mean, you see the guy; he's smiling,
Doesn't matter what's
posting
happening.
us on his social media.
He's
I mean,
incredible for
spreading the league all over
and
the place.
hopefully he stays for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
He's been an incredible addition to our flag family, and that was
I can see him sticking around for a while.
Finn going back to the well with the short passes to, I believe that was Chase Green there. Only a couple of yards, though. What I'm noticing so far is the short stuff.
3 yards, maybe.
Yeah, about 3 yards. The short stuff is not working right now, which is interesting. Because for a few teams in the league, that's definitely their bread and butter, I would say.
Yeah.
Not for Beacon Bikes, though.
No.
So this is going to be a tale of two teams here. See if Marcelo's is going to stretch it. If they do, they're going to Sturman.
I will say.
Yep, and there goes Sturman.
Ooh, Sturman.
Great coverage there, and that's
against
short.
any team, against most teams, that's a throw to Sturman. But I think Finn looked and saw Shane and was like, I'm not throwing that ball.
He has 5 interceptions on the year for a reason. He's one of the veteran safeties in the league. He knows what he's doing. That was a design to Sturman on the
Shane
streak.
does have 5 interceptions this season.
Yes,
right?
he does.
I believe the website says 2. I thought that was wrong.
Might not be updated. Who knows?
Good thing I didn't say anything.
Oh, it definitely was updated, though.
I don't know.
Until, did they play? No. Hey,
don't think he had
ladies
3
and
in game.
gentlemen, if you're looking on the website for stats, they are coming from our HR department, so go to Carter Peterson for any queries you have with that.
Oh, that's a blitz.
That's a blitz.
And
Finn gets
gets
it
it
off
out.
to Chase.
And that is why Chase is the
And
biggest asset of the league.
He is one of the best players for a reason. I mean, that was a 0-yard play turned into, 5 yards,
yeah.
but at the same
And
time, avoiding the blitz there, it's a great job by Finn.
And last play, I was going to say, I believe that Marcelo's, if you look at Marcelo's, I think they work so perfectly because Sturman is averaging 27 yards per catch this season.
Yes. he
Because
is their
they
deep
open
threat.
up that deep threat by throwing it to Chase and CP short every single time. They move the ball every single time, and that's why Finn's completion percentage is almost at 70%.
Yes, it's what Bikes doesn't do that much. They will throw it deep with any of their weapons. A lot of teams in this
I'm a
league,
big
though,
fan of the deep
do
ball.
use that. Yeah, that you and the hub, you guys definitely like to air it out.
Yeah, and I mean,
That's one thing we could learn from a lot of teams in the league.
it's painful when when you have a long way to go on first down and you start off with a air it out and it doesn't happen, then you kind of put yourself in a hole because you have second and third down that you have to get to that first down now.
Exactly.
I think Marcelo's moves the ball very well.
They do. So far, they have been getting stuffed by this Beacon Bikes team. So, I mean, we'll see if they change anything on the offense here. But Bikes is swallowing up everything right now.
I'm gonna lock in here on this drive. I'm gonna try and read some stuff and see what I see.
Yeah, I mean,
with my coaching-
what we
my
got
coaching
back there
abilities.
is we got.
I still do have Beacon Bike's 3 keys of victory to get into, which we could probably do here.
Interestingly enough, here, if you're looking at this defense, they pulled Chase from middle linebacker and are playing him at single high safety, which is not a position you typically put him at.
Yeah, but I will say,
He's-
oh,
Ooh, and that's just poor hands by Mahan there. You got to catch that ball because he's free on the side. 1 man, maybe 2 to beat.
I will say last summer, with Kyle slinging the rock from me to Joey, we played against you guys. No, it wasn't you guys. Were you on the Marcelo's team last summer?
Yeah.
Yes, you
before it was disbanded,
So
JJ sold his soul
second quarter starts now.
for some picks. And fair enough though, because
fair
now
enough.
look
It
what
was-
he has.
yeah.
He's built a dynasty with having Chase Green.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And so far, if JJ finishes this season as the 1 seed on Marcelo's, that is back-to-back seasons as the 1 seed. He just knows how to draft.
Oh, what a
and
ball. Wow.
TJ Reed takes a spill there. That is Johnny Lang again. So talk about players stepping up, with Gio and Jaya gone. Johnny Lang so far, I believe, 3 catches and quite a few yards early on here.
Yep. But yeah, as I was saying, last summer against you guys, I believe it was maybe the first game of the season, second game of the season. I mean, nothing like it. Early morning on that turf. I mean, it was an awesome day. We had a fun time. It was a back and forth game. I remember Alex Wine, I think, scoring a touchdown over the middle to keep the game close. But I'll tell you, there was multiple key plays where Kyle threw a ball to Joey, and usually those are automatic. But Chase back there stopped 2 of them, and it was actually insane.
Shane.
And I remember Joey coming over and just saying, "Wow, that was a crazy play." I remember Joey coming over and saying like, "Wow, Chase."
Listen, he doesn't have that big, X receiver safety size. That doesn't matter in this league.
No.
He's a pure athlete. And Shane, I will note, people watching this, Flag Football Knowledge 101.
Yep.
What Shane Michael Green just did was make sure to step out. He had an easy first down there. First down's right about the
Third down now or second
35.
down now? I think it's second down
So
now.
it should be either second or third and very short.
I think it's second because the long throw to.
Yes, so it should be
So
second.
if it's second
and
down
short.
here, I'm anticipating a shot.
Instead of taking the
deep
first
shot.
down, now he gives himself a run and also 3 chances to get a yard.
I'd
here.
say this is a shot to Luke Mahan right here.
It
And I
should
hope
be.
CP fades that way because.
Well, we have Foggs on his side, and there goes
Yep.
Luke.
He going right.
And he's going to come back, and they have
Oh,
him.
wow.
Really nice coverage by
Fogs.
Carter Foggs there. He has been an unsung hero of this defense. So far as having himself a stand-up good year out there.
I was going to make a comment before about how impressive he is to me because if you guys don't know, he doesn't wear glasses out there. He's blind.
He is blind.
He plays blind. And
ladies-
so, like,
They call him Foggs for a reason. He wears goggles and they fog up sometimes.
so he just chooses to not invest in contacts because he only plays a couple games a year, so he plays blind.
And he just saw
And
Luke
if you watch
Mahan.
his reaction time, I'm fully convinced if he wore contacts, his reaction time would be the best in the league.
It very well could be. And there goes Shane. That's Zamudio.
It's a first
Hell
down.
of a catch. Really nice tackle there by Foggs. Going down to the turf there to get that tackle. And that's Shane doing what Shane does. Improvising off his back foot with a jump ball into traffic. Beautiful completion there to Trevor Zamudio, who's also picking up a lot of good yards early on here.
Yeah.
And I wonder what Perucci's going to dial up because we got a first and relatively long to the goal line because it's first and goal here. Beacon Bikes putting together a pretty formidable drive so far.
Kyle's taking his time getting to the huddle. I think
big
he's just letting Shane draw this one
The
up here.
big thing here is Kyle and Shane going to be on the same page tonight, or are we going to have, the same old song and dance of Kyle
Yeah.
trying to draw up a play and Shane telling him kind of to screw off?
I'm interested to see that too. I mean, Kyle took his time getting to that huddle. I think he's letting Shane control this one,
It's a play action.
and that's a classic Shane play.
That is.
You got Trevor over the middle. He's going deep, and that's an interception.
And that's Matt Sturman. And that's a ball you don't throw.
Yeah.
It's
And Kyle is
Sturman's,
upset with that one.
Sturman coming back into the league, he's going to be a hell of a safety / deep corner. They're playing single high, so his role right now as the cornerback is most likely dropping deep.
Yeah.
He's reading that corner all day. I don't know what Shane saw there. I don't have his eyes right now.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
to be fair, if it was picked off and he was tackled right away, it's not terrible, but it's Sturman.
It's Sturman. He's one of the faster guys in the league. Even though he is big, he has both.
The interception, I think I called out the interception 3 seconds before you even called the ball. The
It's-
ball was in the air, and I
you
saw
don't
the
throw that
interception.
ball.
There wasn't even a shot that ball was getting through.
And
It was-
now, instead of taking a field goal, Shane's money from the kicking position, you got a Marcelo's first down here. So let's see what they can do with it. So far, they've been stumped on every drive. Not really moved the ball even close to half yet. So we'll see if we
fake
got a
handoff.
play action. And
there
there's
he's
the deep
wide
ball,
open.
and Sturman's wide open. And that's a house call. Matt Sturman, touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 7-0 Marcelo's score.
So,
The deep connection with Matt Sturman.
Like I said, Sturman's averaging 27 per catch. That rises his numbers.
Yeah, it does.
That was like 70 yards.
That was from, give or take, the
35 or something? Or
35, yeah.
So it's probably like 65, 70 yards.
65 yards to the house. That was a deep shot.
So that only rises his numbers. He's probably averaging 29, 30 a catch now.
Yes, that was a classic, fake end around there. Finn's looking at one spot. It's
And the
wide
problem
open.
is I
release.
see Coach hanging his head, walking back. And
Kyle
the
not
problem
happy.
is that this isn't doing anything for his faith, because he came into this game, I will say, a little unfaithful.
Which is crazy because they're 3-1. There's some teams in the league that don't have a win
Which
or
is-
are 1-4. We won't name names.
Why I do want to quickly go through my Beacon Bikes 3 keys to victory tonight.
Okay.
Number 1 was limit Matt Sturman.
And well,
And-
they didn't do that.
I wish I said this earlier because Sturman is averaging 27.1 yards per catch, and he's the home run hitter.
Yeah, and he just hit a grand slam.
Oh, yeah, I'll hit the score. Add a score on here, Rich. Oh, that's the wrong team.
And we got Shane dropping back here.
There we
He's looking, steps up, wide open is
And
Luke Mahan.
Classic Mahan catch.
And almost drops it, but reels it in, and we got to tackle Chase Green
But obviously,
there.
yeah, the first key to victory has already been failed. I mean, you got to stop now. So Sturman, they did not do the first key. Second key is protect the ball on offense. That has been failed so far already because Sturman intercepted the ball.
So we're 0 for 2 here.
We're 0 for 2 on the keys to defense, and you're seeing the impacts. They didn't protect the ball on offense, and then Sturman scores. So my first 2 keys have been proven right away.
Yep.
And then the third one is win the line of scrimmage on defense.
So far, I mean, on defense, other than that big play, I think they've actually been doing a hell of a job.
I mean, instead of saying just on defense, I'm going to say the whole game.
Yeah.
They have to win the line of scrimmage tonight.
You want to limit the sacks,
Which they've been doing
Which
so
they've
far.
been doing. Shane has not had to use his
But
legs a
I-
ton, but
yeah.
enough. He's
Yeah.
going to do that anyway, though.
I did say if you can neutralize Owen Lynch and give Shane time, but I believe a big problem for that first interception was how Shane was moving around so much.
And here goes Shane here, and we got Mahan breaking,
He does.
and that's the deep ball over the top, and that's Mahan reels it in.
Wow.
What a catch,
Wow.
Luke Mahan.
I mean,
and that's classic Shane. Just
Watching his
throw
eyes
it
there,
up.
he never lost the ball in the air. He's not worried about people around him. He's watching the ball, and he
And that's why,
locked that
and I
ball in.
believe after that catch, it's definitely confirmed he is leading the league in receiving yards on the year. I think he just passed Nick LePere.
really. Wow.
LePere's coming off, it was a rough game for Costellos against Baja. Offense, we couldn't make much happen. All comes back to my play.
I mean,
But-
that's surprising because, I mean,
LePere
gets fed.
through the season. He was being fed, but it was great defense yesterday by Forever and his Baja crew.
I mean, they're a great
They're a
defensive team
hell of a
anyways to begin
team. They're a hell of a team, and Forever knows how to game plan. They're good.
Oh, yeah.
But Mahan he's going to eclipse 600 receiving yards minimum this game. We'll see if he can get to that 700-800
And
yard
actually,
club.
my final key to victory,
Probably over 600.
final
now.
key to victory, because I said 3, but I have a bonus one. Believe.
Well, that's something that
Believe.
the old gun, the old quarterback, the man in charge of Beacon Bikes, Kyle Perucci, for some reason, I don't think he's fully bought into this team
Which-
for whatever reason.
Which
and
is
it
what
might,
I wrote. There's a lot of trade rumors and talks went around in the last week. The trade deadline's over with.
It's
now
done.
you're locked in with your team.
You're locked
you
in with
can't
your
mope
team.
to the field now and say, "Oh, I'm not happy because we didn't make a trade." Because look at the league.
We have
no big trades were made. So you can't say, "Oh, this team made a move and we didn't make a move."
no big trades went through.
There was no moves.
There was Costellos made a couple moves. Baja made a
That was
move. The
Johnny
Hub made a
Lang.
move, and that was
Was
about
that Johnny
it.
that last time that caught that one?
No,
Oh, it was
Zamudio.
Zamudio. Yeah. Trevor Zamudio.
Yeah, Trevor on the catch there. Now we have I believe this is first or second and goal. Shane drops. He's surveying here. He's
And
going
he's
to roll,
sacked.
and that's a sack Owen Lynch.
Yep.
That's textbook Owen Lynch just bodying by Hopper
Shane had to go up the
there.
middle there a little bit faster. I will say he had the
For
middle,
sure.
he had the middle open, but it's tough.
He's still trying to find that receiver downfield, so definitely it can be a little bit challenging.
They created a perfect pocket there. Bando and Hockler. I think
yep.
Shane just had to go up the middle.
And Owen Lynch is just using his brute strength there. So and that's when they don't have the speed guy, they're going to have to rely on the strength all game.
Yeah.
And right now it's working.
See Jose and Forever making their way quickly off the field.
And here it comes, ladies and gentlemen.
And the rain is
We're
coming.
going to have ourselves a little bit of a rain game here.
Should be a quick one.
Should be a quick summer shower.
This is a bad time for bikes, I'll tell you that. But it's a blitz. Oh, and he stayed behind the line.
And that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown. Wow. He did not cross the line.
And we have
Shane.
who's saying he did not cross. Is that Barber there? It is. If it's in, it's Johnny Lang, I believe his first touchdown on the season. 7-7 game. And that's a hell of a read and a hell of a throw by Shane Green there.
Yeah.
Let's see what they're doing. They might come in until this rain settles.
Looks like they are. It looks like Marcelo's is staying on the field.
Oh, I believe here what they're doing is just grabbing their bags.
Oh, and Marcelo's
Yeah, they're taking a quick pause here to grab their bags.
This looks like it's going to be quick. It's already slowing down.
I guess some players don't like playing in the rain. I can tell you
I don't blame them, but let's just throw up the Beacon Bikes touchdown. Nice touchdown there by Beacon Bikes.
7-7 here. We got ourselves a ball game, and that
Yeah.
was a methodical drive there by Shane Green. And
we're
just
tied at
putting
7.
their-
I mean, that's just what you need from Shane. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of a break here, but the rain's already slowing down.
It
Hopefully
is.
it's a quick
I
one.
think it's going to be fine as we don't got any lightning or thunder.
What's going on? And we have a great person up here in the booth now.
What's up?
Boys.
What is going on? Gavin, what's up?
Rain.
A little bit of rain.
I would pause
Gavin.
the stream.
Yeah.
I'd pause it for a sec.
Yeah, we'll pause it. We'll take a quick pause here. Take a little commercial break. We'll be right back in a second until we get going here.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. They're playing in a little bit of a rain here, but it's really not bad at all. It's a little slight drizzle. Finn's got the game back going here. Tied at 7.
Really good game we got going on here. I believe it still is. Oh, do we still have the? It's obviously still the first half. We're into the second quarter, are we not?
Yes, we are into the second quarter.
Yeah, it's going by relatively fast. We got second down here for Marcellos. Let's see what they draw up. Owen Lynch in the backfield. And they're going to run him the ball. That's a high pitch. And pushed out by Hayden Boehm there on the stop. Owen Lynch, a heavy runner there. He has a lot of strength.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
5 minutes.
5 minutes left in the second half. Second quarter. until halftime. 5 minutes until
And
halftime.
we haven't seen a full-fledged Marcelo's drive yet. Just the deep shot to Sturman, which was a design play, hell of a play, burning right by, I believe it's Zamudio out there.
Did they go forward at all on that one? I don't.
Yeah, it was
Maybe.
about 2-3 yards by
Yeah.
Lynch. Third down here, and a little bit of a ways to go, about 10, 15 yards, give or take. Going to the pass here.
Finn,
Really
has
nice
all of his
coverage.
targets.
And we got a delayed rusher, and we got a first down, Matt Sturman.
Yep. First
And that
down.
is just sweet feet, make it happen there. Matt Sturman finding some space, first down, Marcelo's. We got a first and forever here.
Yeah, it's a first. It's a first and long, but I mean, I think
First and 25, give or take here. It's not a spot you want to be in as an offense, so they're going to have to pick up some yards quickly. And if Kyle
it's
Percy
Marcelo's.
has any sense in him, his defense will be noting they're going to try to be picking up a lot of chunk yards early on in this set of downs.
yeah, I think Marcelo's going to come out quick here with a quick hitter, maybe run to Chase right off the bat right here.
Could be without
Just get a couple
Lentini back
yards.
there.
Ooh.
And that's a blitz.
And he's
Finn
barely missed him,
evades.
and he's down.
And what a tackle by none other than Shane Michael Green there.
Right at the
Does
40.
it all right at the 40. Good escape of the pressure. That was a very quick blitz, smart blitz. You want to blitz on long down situations typically. Three minutes left in the half, folks. Got a second down here. Looking for the deep shot, and we got Chase.
Chase
And that's
for about
again
4 or 5 yards.
second night in a row. We're not seeing any of the short stuff really break big yet. Maybe that will be broken. That's another really good stop by Beacon Bikes there, though.
Yeah, this is right where you want them if you're Beacon Bikes.
It says it's third and about 20-ish
Yeah.
yards, give or take here. Got Anthony Mazzacchio, coach, on the spot out there.
Yeah, right where he doesn't want the ball to go.
Yes, exactly right. We got Zeke joining him.
Yeah. So yeah, basically
Time
on the
is
left side of your
ticking
screen there,
here.
you'll see assistant coach Mazzacchio standing right where he doesn't want the ball to end up. Because I believe if they manage to get a first down here, they will put points on the board in one way or another.
Remember here, there is no blitz for bikes. They used that early. And yep, we got 4 wide.
And
We're going to
it's a break
Chase is
over the
wide
middle.
open.
Chase.
Can they stop him?
Oh,
Shane. I mean Shane. He stops him short.
Battle of the Brothers.
Great play, too, by Dash to hold him up.
Yeah.
He wasn't even going for the flag. He's just holding him in place so Shane can finish the tackle there. I mean, that's teamwork.
Shane's on his knees as Chase is already 2 steps past him, and Shane still gets back off his knees. And,
Shane wants this one.
Yeah.
He's playing like he wants to win today.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do.
I mean, you can't go 0-2 against your brother in the same
That's,
season.
yes, you can. And it looks like they are going to go on 4th here.
I like it. I like the call.
I don't mind it at all. I mean, they haven't been able to put together a true drive until
I don't
right
believe
now.
Bikes has a blitz either.
They do not have a blitz. They used it on first down.
So this is one of those where they're definitely going for it.
They may have a run, but they're not looking to do the run here.
And Finn in the backfield, over the middle, and
Oh, Shane Green. I
could've
mean,
been a house call.
That would have probably been a pick six. Seen Shane
Finn's
do that a couple of
wobbly
times
legs
this
is-
season. I've
is
seen
Finn,
him
yeah.
drop a couple of picks, but he also has a ton.
If Shane picks that off, it's all the way because I don't think Finn has any speed to catch that.
And that is
I think you can agree with that one.
Yeah, well, it's Shane Michael Green.
Yeah.
Finn's not the most mobile quarterback in the league. We
I,
know
was,
that.
I took a hike up the mountain with Finn and Shane the other day, and
Shane come up and back a couple times till you
Shane,
guys got
Shane
up.
probably, yeah. Shane actually, he could have went up and down 3 times to come back and say hi to us and then go back up. I mean, I was looking at his calves, moose calves.
Yeah, they're the size of Richard's peanut head times
They're insane.
2.
I mean, Steven, he's an athlete.
He's a pure athlete. It's Shane Green. I mean, and he's always puts himself in the right position, right time. He knew that ball needed to get out quick somewhere over the middle. Chase was covered on the sideline, and he was in the perfect spot.
Shane.
Here comes Bikes.
Ooh.
Nowhere to
Around his
go.
back. Gets it gone.
And that's out of
Out
bounds.
of bounds.
He had the interception. Great pressure by Tommy Joseph and Owen Lynch there.
And Shane is saying to get on the ball, and Zach is saying stop the clock because Chase threw the ball to the sideline.
And,
I agree with the stoppage of the clock there because
yeah. And
I don't blame Chase for doing that there, but
Good call.
I agree with Barber stopping the clock.
yeah, Barber knows what he's doing out there. And they're running a hurry-up offense
And over the
here.
middle to
And
Luke.
that's Mahan. Hell of a catch there.
He's still
And he's
up.
free.
Oh, no, he's not.
Out. TJ Reed on the
TJ
stop.
nonchalant grab, man.
It's TJ
He fooled
Reed.
me.
He is a very quiet elite flag grabber in this league.
I tell you, I get fooled by that a lot.
I know he was targeted in some trade talks, and Marcelo's had none of it. They put down the phone very quickly.
At some point when you're cruising and grooving,
You don't trade. You
Bikes-
don't trade.
Bikes timeout, and they have 2 left. How much time did you say was left?
38 seconds.
38 seconds.
38
Bikes
seconds.
have 2 timeouts
Bikes
left.
at the 50 exactly. 2 timeouts left. They're probably looking for 3 here. Shane has the leg. Why not go for 7 though?
Yeah.
I know a lot of players in this league would like to go to for 7 here.
I mean, take the lead going into halftime would be huge. He's Mahan
Yeah.
again,
And
ooh,
dangerous pass, and
the
that's
dangerous pass.
Fogs on the PBU.
I mean, I could see it coming out from miles away when I'm watching this game. They
That
called
is,
timeout there.
yeah, it's
Probably about 30 seconds left with 1 timeout.
yeah, 30 seconds left. Another timeout spared there. Fogs on the PBU. I mean, so far Fogs having himself a pretty nice game out there.
And they're punting.
And there we go. The punt
So
is
Marcelo must have called
away.
that timeout.
Yes, Marcelo's
That's a
called that
great
timeout,
punt.
and that is
Is that inside the 5?
that's inside the 1.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, maybe 3 yards. But that is a great punt again. Shane Green there.
But
And
yeah, I
again,
mean, like I was saying, teams did come asking for TJ Reed. But
yeah,
I think
they
it's
picked the phone
it's
up
a blessing
and hung it
and a
up.
curse at the same time to be going into the trade deadline. As a coach, going to the trade deadline with a team that you're confident in can be danger in disguise.
And a lot of the trades too is just you're trying to build on pieces you're missing, but at the
'Cause-
same time, if you're an undefeated team, why bother trading a player?
Shane
because
emphasized
it's
it.
been working.
I emphasized it myself, and Finn and JJ emphasized it themselves. You're going into the trade deadline where we all think we have championship teams. You don't want to make a move to break anybody up.
Not when you're high rolling here. And let's see if Marcellus can do anything drive wise. They're going quick again.
Ooh, CP.
That's the second catch of the day for Carter Peterson for about 5-6 yards there. They are stopping the short game impressively
I'm
today.
assuming Marcellus has 1 timeout left. because
Dylan
they must have
Lane-
called a timeout at the end there. At the end of the
Yep. And Dylan Lane is all over the field in that middle linebacker role. He's coming in nicely to that role this year.
I don't really agree with Marcelo's taking chance here. You have 1 timeout left, less than 30 seconds. Even if you make a big play here, you're not getting on the ball fast enough to do anything.
You want to be careful with the ball here because
You need to break
God
something
forbid you throw an interception. That's a Shane Green 30-yard field goal waiting to happen.
Yeah, especially right here, for sure.
Chase in motion. We got a
Blitz.
blitz. That's a great blitz
It's an
call
awesome
there.
blitz call.
A couple missed flags, I will say, but that's a fantastic blitz call by
I'd call a timeout if I was beating Bikes.
Coach Kyle
Force,
Pritchett.
force right back at him.
And ladies and gentlemen,
That's
that
halftime.
will take us to the half. We have a 7-7 ball game here, all knotted up. We will come back at you after the break.
I mean,
Do you like my Morse code?
pop into the booth cam here just to finish off halftime here. 7-7.
So far, I'm seeing a couple of things. Marcelo's right now can't get anything going on the short game. They also are missing their running back. That
Yeah.
probably is impacting them in, obviously, the run game, but the short game in general. And Tini's
But-
been fantastic all year.
The Bikes are missing more crucial assets, I
Crucial
believe.
players, but so far we've had players for the bike step up. Dylan Lane has been fantastic on
Zamudio.
defense, and then he has a couple great grabs on offense. Johnny Lang, I think 3 early grabs, and they were great grabs.
Yeah.
Shane's playing well enough, and then, you got Zamudio in at running back who's doing his thing out there as well. Bikes is impressive so far. Both defenses, though, I think impressed me the most so far. It has been a lockdown.
Yeah, no,
in this first half.
great. I mean, apart from the Mass Tournament big play, there really hasn't been anything.
There's been nothing, and it's a coachable, thing to fix right there.
Just looking at the vibes down here, getting a picture from Gavin here. Just looking at the vibes on both benches right here, I see a team over there on the bench talking, and I see a team over here on the bench drinking, hanging out.
Just hanging out.
I mean, just based off what I'm seeing, I feel
Marcelo's looks like they are formulating a game plan, and we have a quiet Beacon Bikes bench, which makes no sense. And that, again,
right here, 7-7. I mean, Shane went right to the locker room.
Not happy.
Got to drain the vein
They're
or something.
malcontented. Boys, thanks for the booth experience.
It's a pleasure having
Second
you up
to
here.
none.
All
This
right.
is great.
Yeah.
You guys
Shout
are
out
killing
Tad,
it.
man.
Thanks, Dad.
All right, you guys.
Hey, take that mask off.
Shane, try a smile once in a while.
Yeah, happy.
Shane, congratulations.
Congratulations, man. Yeah.
10,000.
Hey, we got Shane to smile. That's something.
10,000 interceptions too.
He doesn't do that often.
He doesn't smile often.
He doesn't do that often.
No.
He's very humble in it.
He is. If I threw 10,000 yards in my flag football career, there would be champagne
If I
bottles
threw,
popped.
if I
Do you
threw,
have in
if
your
I threw
flag
10
football
yards in
careers?
my career, I'd be running around the field butt naked. 10 yards.
1,400. Yeah.
Me too.
1,400 last year and probably like 1,400 this year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so the way you're going, you would have probably have to play, what, 8 years?
Yeah, listen,
8
Rich.
seasons as
The rate I'm
How old
playing
will you
right
be after
now.
that?
No.
45?
80?
80 or 90, give or take. The rate I'm playing right now, we might see Mike Malone in at quarterback. You never know.
I mean,
He has a rocket arm.
but yeah, my goal in life is to get 10 yards on the stat sheet all time for flight. Somewhere down the line, I will hop in there
Well,
and
so
throw a
I
ball.
hear this
I don't know where
between
it's
you and
gonna be.
Ryan. Between you and Ryan,
I'm
I
not-
always hear I'm scoring a touchdown, I'm throwing this, I'm throwing that.
No, I'm
you
not.
are the coaches. You could sub yourselves in and do it.
I'm not. But
You
I'm,
have
yeah,
all
but
the
I'm
power.
not delusional with the like. We got Barbara up here. I'm not delusional with the idea of hopping in the field because I know that I can't compete with a lot of these people. With especially with one knee, I was getting there, Barbara.
Yeah, one you do. have
But
one
once the
knee.
knee is back, I would love to just complete
How does
one
it come
pass.
back, though? Does it, like, grow back? Like, how does it...
It's in the process of growing back. I'm 7.5 months in.
Yeah, I don't get this.
It's in the process of. I'm sure Barbara can kind of explain this too. It's more than just at this point the graft itself is healed, but now it's the muscles around it healing and getting back to strengthening to what they were. Like my VMO, is it the VMO?
I don't know what that is, but have you ever heard of a compound called steroids? You'd be back in a heartbeat. I promise you that
Oh,
much.
Declan, that's not a compound called steroids. The compounds could be a multitude of things.
And I didn't know we were getting a science lesson from Zachary Barber today, but
I love
guess
seeing
we
him over
are.
my shoulder here on the live stream.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a second.
All right. And they're back out there, started back up.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we?
Declan is up the way, so Richard's here right now. I'm sure Declan will come sprinting back up here when he realizes.
Quick halftime today, Jack. Quick halftime.
I mean, that was a quick halftime.
Little run from Finn there. I mean, the hips don't lie with him
No.
at the end of the day.
You know where he's going because those hips are moving before him.
Yo.
You said my name first.
Oh, sorry. I hit a button and didn't know where
All right, second down here for Finn. And fake handoff to MJ. And he has Chase over the middle and MJ too. And right over MJ's shoulder.
Hands of MJ Molina.
MJ's still in Italy mode.
You know
We're
he's
live.
a DJ?
And I saw that MJ is a DJ.
In the city.
I think MJ is a great guy. Just needs to lock into a role for this team. I think you have to be catching that ball. You have to lock into that role. Like
It's hard to
this
not have a role.
This is a great team. I think there's a lot of teams with players that like can't move out of certain spots in this league. Marcelo's is one of those. I mean, on both sides of the ball, you need Chase, Sturman, CP playing positions on both sides at all times.
Well, I
So the
mean,
rest of the guys have to fill a
and that's
deep
a
shot.
deep shot. And oh my God,
Out of bounds.
Mahan was there.
Ball was out of
One
bounds.
thing I have noticed about Mahan, and I don't know if it's just I'm seeing nothing, just something myself. On offense, Luke Mahan will go up and get the ball against anyone. On defense, he plays a little bit reserved when that deep ball comes his way. I don't know why that is. It's strange.
I never
though.
really noticed that. I mean,
Thank you.
but I do agree. I think because
he's
having
a-
him on my team for 3 seasons.
Yeah, you wouldn't get rid of him. And
I mean, frankly, nobody else was wanting him in the draft, and I was
yeah,
all, I was all for that.
It was a mistake.
I was
He is
all for that,
he
it's
is
fine.
a hell of a fucking flag player. Excuse
Yeah,
my French.
I was all for getting him every season, but after 3 seasons having him, the first season he joined a pretty sad Pedigo blue
Was that
pig
the
team.
blue team that quit?
The forfeit team.
Quit-
Was that the
Quit
team
is
that
a-
forfeit? You guys forfeit a season.
Quit isn't
Scoregami 2-0.
yes.
you know?
Well, quit isn't quit.
no,
is a bad term
no,
to
no,
say
no.
because
You
I
quit.
tried doing what JJ did in the summer season before it was popular.
Yeah,
I
well-
got shut down, and then JJ got let it happen.
Oh, that's the season you tried to
I
trade.
tried to trade
you
Peru-
tried to
I
trade
tried to
me
trade-
for Perucci,
Yes.
and I was in the gold sauna. This is a
and I was
fun
gonna
fact
take
for those fans
I was
out there.
gonna take draft picks.
Before we went on, me, Komazar, Khalil, even Basim, TJ Reed. I mean,
you
no
guys
fly.
won a
No,
championship
we
after-
had
yeah.
a great team. Before that, though, we were in shambles. And I will say one thing: we thought we weren't going to go out and win anything. I get a call. I'm in the Gold's gym sauna.
Trade was made.
Fishkill Golds. Modica says, "Hey, Dick, are you? I need to ask you something. Are you okay getting traded and not playing another game the rest of the year?" And I told him yes. Shane Green goes deep. That's a jump ball. Oh my God!
goodness!
And look what I'm saying there.
Mahan.
Luke Mahan
If that
on
ball's in the
offense,
air on offense,
he
he's
didn't
going
even
for it.
jump for it.
No.
TJ
Batted
Reed
down and caught it in the bucket.
in coverage. TJ Reed, you just got put on a highlight reel. Sorry to say.
You got mossed.
And TJ Reed, you are one of my favorite players in this league. Don't
I
don't
believe he went out of bounds.
forget it.
No tackle.
Not a lot of tackles today. What are you guys going out?
But yeah, Deck, me and Mo, I remember sitting in my grandfather's bedroom on the phone with Mo for about an hour and
Fred.
a half,
Fred.
and we made a trade.
Yeah,
I agreed for some draft picks in compensation for getting rid of Kyle, and I believe
I was compensation.
who else did I have in that trade?
It was me for Kyle straight up because
think
I
it-
was technically listed as a quarterback.
Oh
that
yes,
year
and I was
before
going to
played.
keep you the following year. That was
Yeah,
my
because
compensation.
I wasn't going to quarterback.
I
was
tried
going
doing
to
it before it
receiver.
got popular, and
Yeah.
I got shut down.
And then
And I don't blame you guys for shutting it down. Did I throw a fit? Yes, I did. Did my team not show up for the next game? Yes, we did, because we were done. And we took a
You
2-0
threw a
forfeit.
fit that
And
almost
frankly-
caused Richard J. Rinaldi to quit.
Frankly,
Actually, a true statement.
we probably handed you guys the win regardless because we didn't let Pachas get their final game in.
You didn't hand us a win for 2
Pacha-
hours pregame. Night
Pacha's-
before our game against Pacha and Zach Barber, Tyler the Hog Hate, Nick LaPere, legends. We game planned in the bottom of the Elks Club. Every player on our team showed up. That's
Yeah.
called heart and dedication.
And we didn't let Pachas get any practice against us.
And that's another catch by Mahan there. I mean, he's having himself
It's a
a
first
night.
and long, though. It's a first and forever.
First and forever.
But
Man, I miss forever. Where is he?
if I'm beaking bikes here and Perucci just standing in the middle of the field back there. If I'm beaking bikes here, I'm and Shane Green 7-7, start of the third. I think you take demand here and you say I'm taking 3.
Maybe, but this is also a spot I've
At
seen
least
bikes
3.
in too much this year where Shane right now in that huddle might be dialing up a Luke Mahan streak
Yes.
down the left side. We're taking the deep one.
You should-
Only thing there, though, is do you go on Sturman's side or do you go on Carter Peterson's side? It's kind of,
You go on Carter Peterson's side for the deep ball.
it's, I guess so because he doesn't have the size, but man, does he have the speed.
Yeah. But if you're on
Mahan
Carter-
is fast, though. Don't let him fool you. He's sneaky fast.
Nick, we're in dire need of a line judge. I wanted to be in the booth tonight, but
Let's get on the end zone shot here just in case. But I mean, I think you take a shot here, and then if you don't get this here, you take. Oh,
Wow, they're going to the run,
Nope,
and
nope.
Lang is going to throw, and that's cross field. That's a completion, Johnny Lang, to none other than 23 Luke Mahan. He might end this game with 20 catches.
Don't forget he dropped 2 or 3 to start the game. So
He did, but he's making up for it now. And Johnny
That's
Lang,
I mean,
the one thing about him, he did play quarterback
was that
in
a
this
Carter
league.
tackle? I believe it was. I believe
Yeah.
it was. I believe it was Carter.
Carter
tackle.
Peterson on the stop there. Johnny Lang, one thing, he did play quarterback on, I believe it was the Pink Barking Frogs team. And
Yes,
one
it
thing
was.
about him is he was fearless. It didn't matter who was covering who, he's throwing the ball.
He was one tough SOB, man.
Yeah, he was a tough guy. Tough nut to crack.
And then he got beat by the
Drove,
creeps.
he drove a lot of people the wrong way. some would say.
Absolutely.
He got beat by the creeps, and then he came out next season and
The creeps.
on Melzinga
Yeah.
and
wasn't
showed up to one game, and then he got banished for 3 years.
He did get banned from the league, but
Welcome
he's
back,
back
Al.
now,
Welcome back.
and that was a hell of a ball by him. Dangerous ball, but he lives life on the edge. Shane
There
rolls
it is,
out here.
Mahan, there it is.
That was the
Oh,
Mahan drop. He was covered
Wow.
so well, and
Big boy
Shane
again. Mahan
avoided-
again. Oh my goodness, I would have threw it. to
And there's
Mahan.
Lang. There he is. He's still up. Spin move after
Still
spin
up.
move.
Still up.
And
Nikki,
is.
what's up? How are you, brother?
good, how are you?
Yeah, spin move after spin move there. I mean,
And that's another thing that's been a common thread this summer season. Missed tackles are killing teams.
yeah.
That's one thing. We saw the Bikes win on it against Baja. Baja had the game won. Luke Mahan breaks a 75-yard touchdown on a missed tackle.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you want to win games.
No. Yeah, I mean, you have to make the tackles. I mean, that's something that. There's Brian Conklin sitting on the bench over there. I was just about to talk to him. One thing, as I was just about to say, Brian Conklin last night. It's one thing I'll give to him is he made all the tackles that we needed to make. Once the person has the ball, that's fine.
About being in on.
You gotta take the flag. I mean, I've just seen it too many times where it's just. I've seen people just not go for flags. Like you're playing the ball too much. Like
We don't have that problem on my team with old nickel pair in the middle. And Shane drops here, and he's gonna scramble.
scrambling,
Nobody
scrambling,
open
scrambling,
yet, but
and
he's
spiking
out
the
of
ball.
bounds.
I
I
mean,
don't
shouldn't
know
that
if he got that
be-
off. What's going to be the call on the field? Is he going to be rolled down, out of bounds?
I mean, he spiked it on the right side of the line and didn't get to the line of scrimmage.
got it
Isn't that a intentional grounding, or is my
No, because he was out of the pocket. I don't think it would be a
Don't
grounding
you have to get
call.
it back to the line of scrimmage? He spiked it right at his feet.
So, yeah.
I felt Barber through the grounding.
So we got a grounding here. That's a loss, I believe, of 5 yards, and obviously a loss of down there. Wow. So we're going to have, this should be, is this second or third in goal?
Let's ask the ground.
Yeah, that's the grounds crew.
Boot the ground control.
Intentional grounding.
Yeah.
Down.
What is the down now?
Down field goal coming.
Fourth down,
you,
ladies
sir.
and gentlemen.
We
We were a
have
bit off
Jeff
there.
in the chat asking, "Can someone help Ryan, please?"
So Ryan McKeon, ladies and gentlemen, is at a Yankee game. I believe he went alone.
Oh, Shane field goal. is
And
good.
that's
10-7.
good from about 55 yards by
Yes.
Shane Green. We expected nonetheless. Ryan McKeon, coach, I think spiraled out of control after last night. He went to the Yankees game alone. He definitely needs help. If you are...
Did he go alone today?
Yeah,
called me earlier
so
asking
our
if I
wide
wanted to go.
receiver, Tom Flynn, was supposed to join him, but I think something came up, and Tom was unable to go.
So he's just sitting at the game alone right now. I think he's like, he's
Yeah,
not thinking about flag football.
he's probably thinking about flag football and drowning a couple sorrows out.
Oh, is that why he called me today?
Yeah, he
He
probably
called
called
me-
you to go.
He called me asking, and I said I am.
He called me as well, and I said I had work.
Yeah.
I had work.
We went to
today.
train today, Doug, actually. For a little bit. We threw today a little bit.
Yeah, and me and a couple of my players had to hit the field after a very long night last night.
It was.
Finn, we got a first down Marcelo's, and he's going over the middle, incomplete. He's targeting yet again Chase Green there.
I mean, that is a Finn incompletion if I ever saw one.
It's a bullet across the middle.
Yep.
Finn does throw the ball with some velocity for sure.
He definitely does. Something, we could all learn from a bit. So we got a second and long here for Marcelo's. Can they get an offensive drive together is the question. It is 10-7 after the field goal. Beacon Bikes is in the lead, and their defense has looked incredible
And
today.
look at who we have walking in down here.
We have Mr. Green watching his two
One
boys
of the
play.
best passers I've ever seen on a basketball court. Joe Green.
Wow, that's a fun stat there.
Instead of
He's
passing.
Joe
great
Green.
Instead of passing.
Great
Shoot
passer.
hoops to
Well,
this day.
Shane had to learn it from somewhere.
Oh, and he definitely.
Finn
got it from
drops.
Joe. Here we go.
We have Carter.
And we
and
have a
Owen.
little out to Owen. He is shifty, and
Nice
he
tackle.
almost broke it. We got a really nice tackle made by none other
I'll
than
tell you,
Johnny
When
Lang.
it's Johnny Lang and Owen on the field side by side, it's never nice.
No,
it's always-
it gets ugly out
How
there.
many bruises can I land on your body in the matter of 5 seconds?
Yeah, and Johnny's willing to take all of them.
And Johnny always loses that
Johnny's
battle.
having a good game so far.
Johnny's having a great game so far.
I was watching the live stream before I got here.
Saw you in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Costello's are ready to go.
Yep. Excited for Romanova.
Listen, we got a weekend of games coming up, and we do have people are calling it the toilet bowl, and it is a loser leave town game,
Yes. Loser
and we hope Ryan leaves
takes
town.
Loser takes the bye. Takes the last place.
Mm-hmm. Takes
Yes.
60.
We got a blitz
Oh, he's
here.
wide open. Wow. I
He went
mean,
untouched.
he went untouched. I think Owen actually chose not to block him there. And when
Finn didn't even see him.
And who was on the sack there? Was that
it was Johnny
That was
Lang.
Johnny.
was that Johnny Lang?
Yeah.
He's all over the field, folks.
I
And
mean,
that
I
might
watched
be his
Johnny
fourth or
Lang
fifth
come around
sack.
the outside, and Owen decided to go out for a pass rather than blocking him.
And another punt by Marcelo's. That is to right around the 34.
Shane celebrated that one because he likes balls that are right behind the first down line, so he can take his shots right away.
He's smart.
And I mean, here's the chance for Beacon Bikes to
Maybe put something together, a formidable drive here. They just had a really nice drive. Let's see if they can do it again. Low scoring affair. I was not expecting this.
I'll tell you one thing though. This Bikes team is for real. I will say. I mean,
their
Holden
coach-
Marcel's
their
is
glad
coach-
you
70
believe
points.
that because somebody does not.
Their coach, surprisingly, might not be the biggest believer in the team, and I don't know why.
That's
Maybe
okay.
he's just on a power trip.
I mean, you look at the stars on Marcelo's, Chase, Carter. There's stars everywhere, and this Bikes team, without two of their guys, is up by 3 here.
Exactly
Over
right.
7 points.
Stars too.
I know, big
It's not
time.
like you're missing
Mhm.
subs.
You're missing
100%
Gio and
missing
Jaya.
Gio and Jaya.
Gio as a pure receiver might be the best in the league for my
Yeah,
money.
Gio's hands are unbelievable.
Gio's
His
phenomenal.
routes,
I
his
I mean, this
hands,
just shows how
everything.
great
you
of
know?
a season Mahan is
Electrifying
having too.
players.
Oh yeah.
The fact that he is, he's single-handedly, great.
Shane
Carrying this receiver
is going
right now.
upfield, and
And that is
Honestly,
a first down. Beacon Bikes.
if
They
I'm the
did use
Marcellos,
the run
I'm happy with
technically.
that. Because
Yeah, it's a good stop. I mean, Shane's smart. He, got the direct snap to, I believe that was Johnny who, pitched it to Shane. So obviously he can run. It's a great play that, more teams need to start incorporating. And it works for him. That's
Yeah.
why Shane has, I believe now,
we've done it a
it's-
couple times on the hub. I mean, I think
It
Shane's
depends
just
who you
great
got
at it.
back there.
Yeah.
Shane has the second or third, if not the first, most rushing yards in the league from the quarterback spot. We haven't seen that ever done before. Now, I will say losing a guy like Tyler the Hog Haight for the season definitely impacts that. But Shane's
Tyler's
doing it
just-
all. And we have the same play here. Shane can run if he decides to. And
going.
he's
And he's
going.
going.
And
Tons of
he's
room.
going.
And Foggs is.
And that is
Oh, wow.
and it's again, Shane is so smart. We got a second
They
technically,
give him
and
a first down.
I would.
it depends on the spot,
The
but
ball was in front of the first,
That's
in
a
my
huge spot.
opinion. I think he was leaning forward and
we'll
walked out of
see
bounds.
where the refs spot this. But Shane did try to go out, so it would be second and an inch. And again, that's just
that-
smart running by Shane. He's been doing it all night to him.
Yeah.
And so far on, 2 rushes here from Shane, they have driven,
Ask if that's a
a
first
good
down.
30 yards down the field.
Rich, can you ask if that's a first
Second
down? Oh, second down?
So we do have a second and inches, ladies
is
and
where it is.
gentlemen. This is where the shot to
Second and
Mahan
inches?
comes.
Yeah, that's where the over-the-top Mahan comes in.
So I see on one
I think
side
Finn on the field is probably saying, "Watch Mahan."
you have Foggs and it looks like Carter Peterson now. They're running too high. You got Foggs and Peterson on, the far side of the field, and then near side you got TJ and Sturman. My assumption here is, depending on where Mahan goes, he's going to the near side. They're targeting TJ Reed and Matt Sturman here.
I mean, I would be surprised if they don't take a shot here.
And Mahan is open and overthrown, a rare overthrow by Shane.
Great route there.
And we got 3rd and inches. And remember, no run.
Yeah, no run.
No run for bikes, and I believe Marcelo's does still have a blitz. Now, I wouldn't blitz Shane here, but you never know what Marcelo's might draw up.
Trying to like get in the huddle here and see. I mean, I'm interested to see if Kyle tries to draw something up here. It looks like Shane's just commanding it here. I think Shane is going to draw something up for Zamudio right here.
And this could be the little bit of drama between Kyle and Shane.
I think it's a Zamudio draw up here. I think you start him in the backfield here, and then you just have him go get open right in the middle of the field, and you give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, keep it simple here. Shane knows what he's doing. They went with the play
had him,
action,
and he doesn't throw it
and
to
that's
him.
Mahan.
Wow.
And Mahan is having himself quite the day already. I mean, it's a great slant route, wide open there. Great ball by Shane. We got a
Mahan
first
could
down.
Cap off a nice day with a nice touchdown right here.
That's all that's missing from the game today so far. And, it's first and about, 25 from the goal line. Maybe they start with a bomb to him. We'll see. So far, a really nice drive by Shane Green using his legs here, though, and that has been the
Field goal
recipe.
does a lot for you here because
Field goal puts you up. I mean, it's not
just
technically
keep him out of the end zone at that point.
2 scores. It's just a full touchdown they need, and
Yeah.
so far their defense has been money.
Yeah, especially in a game like this, a field goal does a lot for you, I believe. I like Dylan Lane out wide here, honestly. I don't know why.
Got Lane over the top.
Shane is
is
going out really far backwards. Really
oh,
far
he
backwards.
almost comes down, stays up.
And he
That's
went
a
up.
dangerous
Oh
ball. And
my
Mahan.
goodness.
Wow!
What?
He puts
and
it
he-
up.
Wow!
Oh my goodness.
Luke Mahan
Wow.
just has the.
Holy moly.
He must oil up his flags pregame. I
Sturman
mean, Sturman with a
just-
massive.
I thought Sturman
miss.
got it, and then watching
How many
Sturman
yards
go
was that throw technically?
F word because
25.
I didn't get it.
25.
Oh, so it's okay.
Wow, what a play by Shane there.
Shane, using
he was
his
going down.
legs, throws a dangerous ball cross field, but Luke Mahan is in the right place at the right time. Touchdown, Beacon Bikes.
The camera
We
probably missed half the
have
play because Shane was all the way in
a
the backfield.
17-7 game, and now it's a 2-score game. And if you're Sturman, you got to be real in there, but you got to get back on
If
offense
you're
right
Marcellus,
away.
you have to be real in there. You had Shane probably 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, scrambling around. He was
And
halfway down at one
You
point.
got to ask the question, is that where, you miss Lentini? And we got to run to Chase here. So they're going back to the run. Chase with a really nice gain there. That's about, I would say, about 14 yards on the ground there. Maybe 13, give or take. But nice first down for Marcelo's there. Now we got second and manageable.
I bet you Shane threw that touchdown and looked right over at his dad and Chase and said, "I'm winning this battle of the brothers today."
Yeah, he looks confident in there. I mean, that's a
looks
ball only a
unstoppable right
confident
now.
quarterback delivers, and Shane delivered it to the perfect spot. And, I mean, the missed flag, it is what it is, but you can't have that happen if you're Marcelo's.
Yeah,
That's a game-changing play.
it is. But you have to come down and score anything right here.
And that's a nice grab again
I will
by
say-
Chase Green, who's also putting on a pretty nice display tonight.
So far this season, I will say this is the most, based on the games I've played in, I don't know if you guys feel the same way. It's the most back and forth season I've seen so far. I feel like teams have been answering every call.
So I would say for most games, maybe not all the games I've been a part of,
Yes,
but that's
I
okay.
agree. There's been blowouts, but when the games are close,
When the games are close, it is a battle the entire
it's been
game.
back and forth every single time.
I will say offenses this year have been very good. Defenses, I think, have really stepped it up in the summer, though. We are used to, and that's Chase again on the reception. They are feeding him.
Yeah.
We're used to seeing in the summer anywhere from 17 to 25 passing touchdowns minimum. This season, Finn came into the game leading with only 10.
Yeah.
Now, in the
Actually,
winter, you expect
yeah,
that. In the winter,
you
we had
expect that,
3
yes.
quarterbacks throw 10. Kyle, myself, and Finn. Outside of that, in the summer, you expect touchdowns to be much higher, and I feel like we have had a little bit of a shortage to what we're used to. There's been more on the ground, though. There's been a lot more touchdowns on the ground as well.
Defenses have been better
And
now.
defenses are
I think
being
defenses are
schemed
learning.
better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The
Right,
coaches are
right.
stepping up, and we really have a lot of
I think
well
The
schemed,
league
well
itself is
coached.
learning.
We also have a lot more talent in the league, let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Ooh,
Oh, nice
my
So it's
goodness.
a great ball. It's a
Nice
great
pass.
ball from Finn there to, again, it's Chase Green. He's touched the ball every play on this drive.
Great ball
And,
there.
I mean, I don't see why he doesn't.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Zamudio there. I mean, It's a good-
He
it's a
was
good flag
in the
grab.
right spot. It's
a good
just,
flag grab.
it's a great lofted ball over him. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, what are you going to do if you're the cornerback there? Not much.
no, it's just. I mean, it's a great flag grab to stop any more damage there. But Marcelo's is moving right
And
now.
now, I mean, all it took was Chase getting a little bit of separation, and now they're driving. And we got a blitz here. Finn
He's got
rolls. Finn has a lot of room there. And that's a really nice pickup of about, 10 yards on the ground from Finn.
Score is now updated. Thank you for letting me know.
Not the most mobile
17 to
quarterback,
7,
but he makes
making
it
bites.
count when needed there. And it's a fine blitz call, but if you're going to call a blitz, I feel like the cornerback there in Dash might have not known the blitz was coming because he was well far back. And you got to be on the same page when you blitz there.
Yeah.
That's important because you got to expect or anticipate the quarterback to run, and Finn had daylight there. You don't see that often. JJ getting in the huddle with his team here. I wonder what he's dialing up for him.
Little smiley face from Jeff.
Shout out Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeff, man.
Jeff, man.
Watching the game.
And back to basics, and the bikes were ready for that. That's Dylan Lane on the stop.
That was Hayden.
Was it Hayden? Hayden Boehm
Hayden,
on the stop.
now that we mentioned Hayden, quiet night.
Very quiet night.
I mean,
he has
going
not
into
gotten home
game.
much.
What is this? This is their fifth
Not
game on
even.
the season. Going into
Yeah.
game 4, there was
I'll
talks
take
that he was going to break the sack record. And
So, from what I noticed, to start the season, there was a couple games where guys went nuclear.
Yeah.
Lentini had a 5-sack game. Hayden, I believe, had a 4 or 5-sack
yeah.
game. Since then, I think quarterbacks have adjusted, and you're not even seeing teams like Baja get all that many sacks. The pressures are still there. It's just finishing that has gone down slightly. And that's
catch.
what a catch. Chase Green.
I mean,
That might have
commend the
been a
catch all you
first
want.
down. I believe it was. That's a first down, Marcelo's. I mean, that is a
it's
fantastic
a great
effort.
catch, but
Nice catch there.
Finn's got to throw a better ball.
Listen, as a quarterback,
The wobble ball.
sometimes you just got to get it out there and let your guy make a play.
That's
also,
fair.
For,
That's fair.
for a good receiver like Chase, too, you just throw it in the vicinity and
That's
he'll
fair.
go get it.
Yeah.
Any of the great receivers in this league, if the ball's somewhat near him, whether it's low, high, it doesn't matter. They're going to bring it in. Like Tom Flynn says the best. 7-Eleven, he's always open. That's all it is. All right, we got a first down Marcelo's now. First and long.
Oh, good route by
And-
Carter.
Oof.
I thought he had it.
Ooh, moving, and he's past the line of scrimmage.
He's
Is he?
going deep.
Oh,
my-
One-handed
And he throws the flag, and he throws the flag. He's
flag
past the
is
line of
thrown.
scrimmage. I
Oh
saw
my
it.
God, Finn.
Sturman just had the greatest
Sturman
one-handed catch.
had the catch of the year. Sturman
And he was
had-
past the line of
Sturman
scrimmage, and
had
Finn
the
knows
catch
it.
of
He's
the
hanging his
year,
head.
and-
I said it before the ball was even thrown. He passed the line of scrimmage. You can see it from up here. clear
Oh
as day.
my God! You know what though? We have that highlight reel. Matt Sturman. You won't go unsung.
I hope Gavin got that on camera.
I believe he did. He's out there.
He's up there. I mean, he probably got it good on camera.
He definitely
That's
did.
a good angle to be from. That's a good.
That's
mindset right
that's
there.
a U angle to be
Yes.
from.
I mean, I'm very
Or
glad.
a,
I'm very glad Gavin has taken over this role because
Yeah.
I'm confident in what he's getting.
That was an incredible catch that just got called back.
That
was
was
an
crazy. That
incredible
was
catch.
a prayer
Sick.
That was a
thrown
one
up
hand.
and
I mean,
almost answered.
OBJ-esque.
Yeah. You think?
Shout out Giants. No.
No, don't shout out the Giants.
Go Giants.
I love the Giants, but I'm not talking about them from right now. Until
Jackson Dart's the future.
I'm not a Giants
I
fan.
agree with
so.
that though. Shout out Seahawks.
And
Shout out,
Chase with the ball. Chase decides to throw it wide, and we have Carter with his third reception on the
I like
day.
that play draw up,
Yeah, I
not
like
bad.
that play draw up too a lot.
but
We
It's a
talked
direct-
about that one today.
if it's a direct snap to Chase, why are you worried about the run? He can't run it, so you gotta know more than that.
Chase on the season does have, I believe that's his third or fourth completed pass. He's not afraid to throw the thing.
First passing through the
So
season
we
was an
have
interception.
now, this is a 3rd and goal situation. It is, we're talking the 30-ish, 29-yard line. You gotta at least get yards if you're Marcelo's because you want to remember the score. 17-7, 3 points here is massive. I wonder if they're going to play it smart or are they going to take another home run end zone shot. With
mean,
what Sturman just did, I wouldn't see. If they do it, I wouldn't blame them.
What's up with the coaches sitting in the middle of the field today?
Yeah, I don't know why that.
I'm gonna start doing that in my games.
And it looks like they're they're looking end zone here.
Oh.
And that's he can't.
Finn hurls out of bounds. All right. Really great defensive line work from Beacon Bikes.
It's a long field goal.
I saw Kyle do it on one play. I saw
Very long.
JJ do it on another play. I'm doing it next game too. I'm standing in the backfield.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Why is JJ standing in the backfield?
They technically could throw an 8 men on the field flag there.
JJ's in the backfield the entire time.
And is Chase Green gonna attempt about
let him do it.
35
Okay.
to 30?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have found a new angle from where I'm watching my next game. In the backfield.
No.
Coach upgrade.
You got Jack all fired up. Good job.
And okay, so Chase is gonna attempt this. Now this is from give or take 40 yards. Give or take 40 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, give or take 40.
There's no chip shot here.
This is no chip shot.
Yeah,
this
Chase is money, though.
But it's a Chase Green.
money.
It's a Chase Green chip shot.
That is
God,
good.
oh my God,
That's
drilled.
good from 50.
Yeah.
It's good from 50. Between the Green brothers, I don't know which one is better. I lean Chase because I had him last year, and I think he hit 15 field goals
Anything
from
from the
us.
35 in is a chip shot for the Green brothers.
Yeah. And
Which is
funny enough, Aiden Davis will tell you he can hit a 50-yarder. I actually believe him.
I
I
mean,
think
last
he, I
night-
think
last-
he, I
well,
think he might be able to hit.
I don't know
a
if you were here for last
55-yarder.
night's game, but there was a questionable moment where they were at like the 35,
So we're talking a 45-yarder.
around there, and they're against us.
Didn't
and
Aiden want to go for it?
JoJo wanted to kick the ball.
Not Aiden.
Not it. JoJo said, "I'm kicking this ball. and Ryan talked him out of it. So obviously,
Smart.
when it's the long kicker, why is
So
JoJo
I
the
will
one?
note JoJo does have a groin injury he picked up. So having him even
But
think
if
about
you're saying
kicking it-
Aiden can hit him,
groin injury.
what?
How did he pick up the groin injury?
Playing
Yeah.
flag football, I believe.
and he got beat up, and then the roast spa did him in a little too hard.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the old Rose Spa. Love that place.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a 10-17 ball game. First down, Beacon Bikes. Can Shane dial something up? I don't know.
Do we have the time?
So it's in the third quarter. Rich
I
can
believe
always
it's still in the
double-check.
third. It's probably close to the
Walkie-talkie's
fourth.
dead down there.
What?
The walkie-talkie died down there.
Okay. Good job, Rich.
Rich's walkie-talkies from Timu.
No.
And oh my,
And he's
it's
throwing the
intentional-
ball to
that's
Zeke
intentional
Bando, and that's
grounding.
intentional grounding
it's
again.
got to be a
Gotta be.
flag. Got to be a
that's
flag.
scrimmage.
Rich, do you have a backup walkie-talkie? Like Rich, it's we go from under prepared to the least prepared sometimes.
Check 'em.
Why'd you go silent over there?
Because I don't have a fucking backup walkie.
You know what's
And
on
there
the
it is.
No cursing, but how is that walkie-talkie not dead if it was in the same charge?
Oh, I don't know. I was at a board meeting, ladies and gentlemen, and I was told that my walkie-talkies aren't going to be mine anymore. That
This
the media
board,
team
this
was going
board
to
you
take them
speak
over.
of, who's on it?
I can't tell you that, but I will
Okay.
tell you that
You
my
just-
walkie-talkies got taken away.
Because I can tell you from
team.
my recollection.
They were given them to the media team, so it's the media's team
my
job
recollection.
to charge them.
All right, we got Shane Green here, folks. Sorry about the. Oh my God. And I think I heard Shane Green screaming at one of
Yeah,
his
the wide
players,
open ball.
catch it, after a wild pass attempt. But I-
we
you know what?
got
I think I'm gonna
BVV in the
pocket
chat.
that.
Oh, what a game!
I'm gonna
BVV,
start
My
what a
neighbor.
game.
I'm gonna start screaming
Neighbor.
at my players
Brandon
to
Van
catch it
Black,
as
2
well.
passes down. You spit
You
with
already
Yeah.
do that.
What?
You already do that.
I don't scream at LePere to catch the
Oh,
ball
not
because
LePere.
he's gonna catch
Not
it.
LePere.
Tom, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And BVV says Ryan McKeon needs help. Apparently, everybody that joins the chat sees that Ryan McKeon needs help.
Well, I mean, what type of help does Ryan need? There's a lot of different ways Ryan needs help. Psychological. It's one. I think that's number one on the list.
Well,
Physically.
physically.
if
The
Romanova
knee, yeah, the knee
if
physically.
Romanova falls to the
Speech.
Costellos in the toilet bowl, I could see a world where Ryan McKeon doesn't show up for the playoff game.
No, I don't believe that.
I
don't
hope
believe
it's
that.
not true,
I don't
but
believe that.
No,
something
because
would
he's
work.
gonna. He's gonna.
Shane
Oh,
Sutton.
what a
Wow,
sack.
what a sack. And that is
That's
that
good.
Owen Lynch
That
his
was
third
Owen.
of the day.
I believe it is.
That is 3 sacks on the
Nice
day for
play.
Owen Lynch. He's
it
having
is it
himself a
three?
great. Yeah.
We have the stat guy right here.
Yeah, he's got 3.
I will say I'm very excited to play Romanova and play against Matt. He's been on my team for the past 3 seasons. Matt Manzuela.
Yeah, that is a great matchup there. I
Yeah.
mean, Matt Manzuelo, there are rumors his back
Matt
is
Manzuelo was-
giving out day by day.
Wrong stat. Matt Manzuela was on the hub last season, and this guy was on the Costellos.
Oh, actually, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, forgettable hub team, some would say, though.
I know.
Forgettable.
But there's been times we've been on the same team for like the past.
They have been teammates a long time.
Yeah.
Is Shane in the winter just something happens to his internal organs?
That team was good.
The team was
Coach
great.
right here. Coach right here. Did everything
Lucas
for
says,
us.
"Gosh, I love when the Greens get
Yeah,
angry."
game plan and everything, I'm sure.
He came
Lucas,
on
I
the
like
field
that
probably
too, man.
like, what, 2 times during the season?
That's 2 more than he's done. No, you came on the field for Baja this season.
Lucas commenting live from Syracuse football.
No, from Mullen. That's a running
That's
back.
awesome.
That's a running back we missed this season.
I don't miss him.
Well, I don't miss playing against him, that's for sure.
Yeah, unless he's on my team, then I might miss him. But he was never on my team. As much as I tried to make it work,
Catalyst for Baja's championship run. Great player.
Santini, yeah,
Shane is butt in the winter, and Santi. What's up, Santi?
I
What a
agree.
game.
Shane in the winter does not work. Whoever said that, spot on. He's a warm weather player. In the winter, he's feeble. He's just
The calves grow. The
the
calves,
calves
shrink
shrink
50%.
in the winter. No, they shrink in the winter.
They shrink 50%.
They're like
it's actually a proven fact.
You know what
they're
I
like
think
a
it is?
normal Richard size head.
I think they are. They are.
They are in the winter.
But I think Shane is just. I think he gets too cold. I think he cannot.
You know who
handle it.
also gets too cold in the winter?
Maybe he needs
Forever.
to put a few on.
Yeah.
You saw yesterday he had a amazing game.
Yeah.
In the
You know
winter
why?
he's dropping a couple of
It
those
was
balls.
90 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, it was an all right
You know?
day out.
Not 9. It was 90 degrees.
You didn't even want to play last winter.
No.
And he played. He played though.
Lucas is saying they have him at corner and running back for Syracuse.
I believe it.
That's sick.
That's awesome.
Probably a spot on that bench for you too.
Finn, play action here. He has Carter
I'm just kidding,
wide
Lucas, I love
open.
you. Oh, whoa! Oh,
tackle.
God,
what a tackle.
I thought
Luke
Mahan's the
Mahan.
old knee went again. Remember that game? Didn't he have a knee injury that we thought was bad, but it turns out it wasn't?
I don't remember that.
It was in the heat of summer last year.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
CP
man,
is
I miss having
incredibly
Mahan on my
shifty.
team, I'll
It's
tell you.
insane.
Him and-
So do I.
I don't know why John Mahan, this is maybe the third game in a row he's missed, but
And that's a blitz, and Finn's gonna throw. And that's Shane Green interception.
Oh! Throw a flag on that one!
And
Finn
Finn,
Green- Finn
lost,
and Green.
Finn lost his temper on that pick.
Oh my god.
If you didn't see it,
Usually when I throw a pick, quite frankly, I'm hanging my head. I'm not thinking about trucking over Shane Michael Green.
You know, I respect that though. You know. You
Yeah,
made
so
the
do I.
mistake,
It
go
shows
fix
heart.
It, you
It
know?
shows
yeah,
heart.
if you guys didn't see it, Finn
wasn't
ran
thinking
Maybe
right, though.
maybe
He
I throw a
wasn't thinking
pick,
that,
pick
though.
against JoJo Romanova. I'm just gonna tackle him.
Finn ran right at Shane and gave him a shoulder there, a cold shoulder.
It's a very
Stone
competitive game
cold
here.
shoulder.
It is a competitive game, and I mean that is a costly mistake when you could just take off and run it. You try to force it when Shane's in the vicinity. Stupid. Is all I can say about
Was
that.
Ty just signal 5 minutes? Is that in the fourth?
Third, I think. Still third.
Is it still a third? I don't
That's
know.
a long quarter.
Yeah,
No
it's
way.
a-
It's the third.
There's been a lot of turnovers. Right there,
Can we get a time
turnovers.
check here? Because I got to change the scoreboard if we're in the fourth here. I don't know.
Mute it for a second.
All right, clock stops and incompletion advance. It's
The
the fourth
fourth
quarter.
quarter.
It's the fourth quarter.
Oh, it is 4?
Yeah, fourth quarter, ladies and
That's
That's a
gentlemen.
we're
huge
not,
turnover.
we're not taking it.
Yeah, that's massive.
Wow.
And that's a run to, I believe, Zamudio. And he's down for about a yard there. They are bottling up the run really well today.
Was he pushed out of bounds?
This might also be the most Beacon Bikes has run the entire season. They had a game where Shane Green threw, I think it was 46 passes, and they didn't run the ball once.
I mean,
They
you
won
have to
twice.
capitalize here, Declan.
Well, I mean, it's a touchdown game. A field
I will
goal
say,
is everything.
can I get that hat back there next to you, Brian? Yeah, I'm gonna take that real quick because
I
I need a Beacon Bikes win right now.
What?
Oh,
So I'm
for
gonna-
your hub?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this one
Your
on.
hub can barely play Romanova well, though. What happens
I
then?
ran like 4 times.
Well, if Beacon Bikes wins this one tonight, the hub controls their own destiny of whoever we beat, we get the bye. And the other team,
Wow. That's huge.
that's huge.
Jeez, we should have beat Baja.
It's a good
And
ball.
that's a Mudio. And TJ Reed on the grab.
Yeah, so basically, if the Bikes wins, both these teams will have one loss, and then if we go and beat Bikes next week, they'll be 4-2.
And I believe Marcellus has
and
a
we'll beat
makeup
them in
game
on the
right?
head-to-head.
Marcellus is
And
only
Marcellus has a
3-0.
makeup game against us. So our next 2 games are against these 2 teams.
So you
and
gotta
if we
go out
beat
and
either
beat
of
'em.
them,
Wow, yeah, so you control your own
we
destiny.
control our own destiny. We have to beat just one of them to make the playoffs. Well, actually, to make the bye.
What's the keys to the game? Maybe get Brian Conklin the ball a bit? No? Nah, okay.
What about Valero?
Yeah, Valero,
That
Conklin,
guy's got the ball,
Showtime, Barber.
6
You
times
you
this
kind
year?
of gotta
I
pick
mean,
your poison. No?
Joey maybe has the ball 6 times, but look at the stat sheet. He has the most yards on the team. So actually,
It
maybe,
sounds
not,
like
maybe not.
you're-
Maybe not after last night.
Sounds like you're kind of going out
Barber doesn't have
Valero.
more?
After last night, it's probably different. But if before last night's game, Valero
Shane
had
drops,
the most yards.
Shane steps. He's loose.
The green's going at it. Look at him.
And yeah, that's.
I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't call it. It's brother.
Oh, yes!
And there
Yes,
it
it
is.
comes out!
Zach
I wouldn't have called
Barber.
it. I wouldn't
Zach
have called it.
Barber has had enough.
He's not playing games.
Way over there.
Zach Barber has had
I wouldn't
enough.
have called it. They've had. I mean, they're brothers. I don't think it was
Listen,
very
I
rough.
think if I go out and tackle Finn, nobody's calling it. Come on. It's Chase and Shane.
I
Let
wasn't.
him-
I
let
was
him
thinking of
play.
this earlier today. When you see your brother playing, you rooting for him or against him? Because me
I will
personally,
never be rooting for him.
okay. Me personally, I don't root against my brother unless I'm playing against him.
They're good. You know why?
You're good people.
I know,
good
but-
people.
Yeah,
Thank
you're good
you.
people.
Nonsense.
I would say me and Mike are the same way.
Right?
Yeah, me and Mike are
If
the
I'm
same
not-
way.
Yeah,
if
wait,
I'm
you're
not-
lying. You're not rooting for Marcello's.
Well-
You have a Bikes hat on.
That's true, actually, yeah. That's very
Well,
hypocritical.
well, it is very hypocritical, but this is just for playoff implications. Implications.
No,
I mean,
no, it
there's a
goes deeper
difference.
than that.
There's a
Yankees up
difference.
1-0.
You want to see your brother
Yankees
sourly
1-0.
walk into the house later tonight. I know you
But that's
do.
fine. They're 3-0. He can handle a loss. I took a loss to this clown right here.
Oh my God.
And I
Not
was
a
okay.
clown. You know, you guys came out with a, not a full team, and you
That's
got
not true.
out.
We had a
you-
full team.
Okay, you had a full team.
It was
according to
6v6,
Richard.
and I had Richard playing my line, who played phenomenal, by the way. Richard, great game.
Yeah, he
Yeah, we
played.
But you'll never play for my line again, Richard.
Saturday.
It's
frankly.
fine.
Go for it.
He might come
You're
play
gone?
for us. Why not,
Yeah,
Rich?
I'm
I'm about to go. I want to
Jack?
go Max Reed.
I mean, after what I saw last night,
no.
after what I saw last night for your team, frankly, you guys just let anybody play for your team at this point. So
We're building something. Something you don't know about. We're building something.
Yeah.
Ali T said I had a guy, and he had a guy.
His guy came in and is going to be a hell of a lineman. I can
What's going on
guarantee
here?
that.
What? Oh, we're reviewing. We're reviewing a tackle.
I mean, how do you review something like that?
I don't
It's
know.
kinda
Wait,
like
what was the play?
reviewing if it was a
Well,
tackle.
here's the thing about our rule book. A lot of it
Why is Beacon Bikes all in
is
the review?
under ref's discretion.
A lot of it is, and it depends who the refs are. And tonight we got Ty and Barber back there. They are experienced.
I think refs can make reviews whenever. When I'm out there recording, I'm usually watching back everything just to see if something happened. And then if I see something that I don't disagree with, that I
I
don't
am
agree
a
with,
fan
I'm telling
of
the
playing
referees.
when forever refs, and I like Aiden Davis as a ref. He gets jawed at.
The thing is
Aiden makes
he's not
great
bad.
calls.
He's not a bad
No.
ref. It's
He
just-
makes great calls.
I will say Aiden does make good calls. but
People just don't
as a
want to
deep
buy it.
ref, I've seen him make 2 questionable touchdown calls this year.
Well, the worst call of all time was Finn Costello against Billy
Thank
Joe's
you,
Red
Declan.
Marks. Tom Flynn, it was a pass interference.
Oh, that was
no
that was me,
other.
right?
Yeah, like no other, and it cost us an entire game. So good job, Finn.
This is a long review. I don't know what they're looking at.
I have no clue what they're looking at, but look at that. Beacon Bikes might be coming together finally.
Jeff says nice hat. I mean, this is a nice hat.
I mean, is this what it takes for the Bikes to come together? Shane Green to get brutalized by his
Lucas.
own brother on the field? Is that what it takes?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
False start?
I did see Coach
Lucas,
Forever
the
Williams in the
playoffs-
huddle there. That's interesting, but maybe he can add some insight.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was calling for something and they had to
fresh
look at it.
ones on,
Lucas,
too.
the playoffs, next week is the final
got
week of
those
the regular
ones on.
season. And then after that is the Commissioner's Weekend where there is no games, but there will be makeup games made during that week.
I won't be playing that weekend.
Richard's
sabbatical.
trying to throw a thumbs up. And then after that is the wild card. The following weekend will be the semifinals, and the following weekend will be the championship game, which I already have crossed off on my calendar.
That's crazy statement from you.
Is it Brian?
What?
I have the championship game crossed off on my calendar already. Thank you.
are you?
What if you have to go through us?
Yeah,
We're
you
your
have to go
kryptonite.
through
Actually,
Plan
well,
a vacation. then,
Actually, my girlfriend asked me to go somewhere back in April on that day, and I actually said no.
And that's a
Another
fourth sack,
sack,
Owen
another
Lynch.
sack.
I mean, a fourth sack,
Oh,
Owen
my
Lynch.
star.
Jesus Christ. Owen Lynch game wrecker without Nick Lentini here. Go figure. A lot of power. I'm very surprised too by this line. You have Will Hockler and Zeke back there. I mean, what are they doing?
To be fair,
His 4th sack. It's crazy.
those big guys can, after Shane gets far from them, how much can they block? You guys,
Yeah,
this is a pocket line.
It's true. You know, we ran into the same issue last time. If you roll out of the pocket, you're
You're on your own.
You're leaving your lineman,
Because
to not do much.
What the ground that Shane covers in 3 seconds takes Zeke Bendel 37 seconds to cover. So it's a little different.
It's true. Zeke has a great stance, though.
He does. He's a lineman.
No, he has
Look
a
at
hell
that.
of a
Look at
stance.
this battle.
Yeah, he's got great footwork.
Look at
Kickback. Oh my
Great
god.
footwork. Wow.
And then
And
look at
Owens
that.
threw
No, you're
again.
right.
And
He
Shane
went down in
takes a
bounds. That was
tumble.
Smart.
Nick, I thought he was gonna hold his knee there for a second.
I also thought he was going to clutch something.
But see, that's the problem. The blocking. Was
I'm going to
great.
start doing that.
Yeah,
I'm going to
give him a
start
sack
faking
on that.
things.
Someone gets credit with the sack there.
He didn't get sacked.
That's a
Jeff
sack.
says, "Watch out for the big ginger," and I agree. Owen is
Nah.
a problem on that
I
field.
beg to disagree.
Good old 9-9. Nothing like it. Veteran.
Give Tommy a sack.
You do gotta watch out for the big ginger.
He was right next to him.
I will say flag football is a brutal game, though. I feel like I'm always hurt after the games.
Yeah.
That's
like
why
I'm always sore or
last
something.
night took a life or
Yeah,
a
my
year.
hands were swollen. Everything.
A year off my life.
We used
was
to be a
taken.
tackle. We used to be a tackle league.
I've gotten tackled plenty of times. Liebenson Perez has tackled me probably 15 times.
I think that winter season where me and Nick won the championship.
Yep.
I saw a lot of tackles, and
Yeah.
There's been times I've been literally thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, it happens. It's flag.
I don't mind it.
I don't know if Matt Manswell can take one more hit though. He's one hit.
Manswell's-
He's one hit. He's
Manswell
one
is,
hit away from a stretcher.
Manswell's back is ready to
He's done, man.
explode.
He's one hit away from a stretcher.
oh,
Going over the top.
I will
it's out of
say
bounds.
last night I planned on getting in bed nice and early, and
We
I hopped in
were-
an Xbox party with. Matt
The only
Manswell.
yap
Wait,
smacker.
what do you mean
Yap smack-
early?
No
we got
way.
home at midnight.
I got home at midnight and I hopped on the Xbox to play a couple games, and then
At what time?
Brian's texting me and he's like, "Oh, I'm on Xbox," and I'm like,
Wow.
"Let me hop on." Added BC
What time
for
did you
life.
guys play till?
Like fucking 4 a.m.
It was about
Okay.
4,
just talking.
it was about 4 in the morning. We didn't play together.
Were you talking flag?
We were talking flag.
Yeah, you guys were yapping.
Smacking.
And I heard a
We were
lot of.
smacking.
I heard a whole lot of.
They
We
were
were
yap
yapping and
smacking.
smacking.
I heard it was a lot of back and forth. It was, "I hate my team," and then it was.
And I wonder who that was.
Wow, look at that
I
punch.
wonder who said that.
Some false allegations.
Oh,
here.
it's in the end zone.
We
It
got
was,
a
"I hate my
touchback.
team," and then it was Brian. My team, chill, bro. We good. We good. I was happy. We were watching clips. We were scrolling through the shared album, watching clips together.
Well, it was you guys.
That's a nice
Almost,
moment. though.
you
That's
put
a
the
nice
nail in the
moment.
coffin on
That's a
Ryan
nice
McKeon's
moment.
season. Almost. He's one game away. We haven't had
Nice to
But
a
literally,
winless team
me
since
and
you.
Brian are sitting here having a good
Would've missed one
conversation.
yesterday.
Me and Brian are like having a good conversation, like talking about our team, and you just hear Matt go, "Bro, what is he doing?" Screaming about
That
plays
was
that are going on
100%
his
a
phone.
hold.
He's
I
looking at the
thought-
shared album like,
I
"Bro,
thought-
what is he
like
doing?
watching.
Like that would have been a touchdown if
Was
he
it
threw
you
it to
saying
me."
defense?
Matt Manswell does watch tape, folks.
He
All
does.
right,
He does.
now this is it.
We
This
go
is the
over that.
game.
That was a whole
This is the
game.
game. This is the game. Let's lock in here. This is for the game.
And there he is again, Chase Green, and he's free. He's free. All right, we got
he get a
Chase
bounce?
Green. Yeah, Chase Green about
Yeah.
15 to 16 yards on that
Dude,
catch.
literally right after that, I said, "Yo,
We
you
got
grab me."
a
He said,
second
"I
and
know."
short,
And I was like,
Marcelo.
No way.
I was bugging
Yeah,
out.
I don't know how they missed that.
Frankly, I wouldn't mind a touchdown
Crazy.
here.
I mean,
I wouldn't mind
second
one.
and
They said we had
short,
nothing on the video.
17 to 10. That also was a key stop for Marcelo's
That was to win it,
defense
right?
there.
Yeah, bro, it was 2-point conversion.
Wow.
I mean, I do got the hat on, but I wouldn't mind a
I respect
touchdown here
Overton
just
there,
for.
though, trying to win it.
I would love to see some overtime
It was like
tonight.
11:30.
So would I. It's
So
been
good.
a lackluster offensive game, and I was expecting
Always summertime
fireworks all
games.
Yeah,
night.
I would like to get. I would like to get
Bro,
pumped
our
up
first half
for
was so long.
one play here.
Well, the first game went over.
I mean, can the Costellos put something together?
At 7 o'clock.
No.
So I think it's
CP.
7
Shane's
Shane's
reading
reading Sturman. Shane's reading Sturman. Oh,
Jason
And
Gannon.
there's Chase
again.
again with probably
And
Hayden.
Hayden Bohm. What a play there.
Off the
Chase
line.
might have been his 10th or 11th
Hayden
catch
off
of
the
night.
line coming to get that tackle is
Yeah,
huge. And it's right before the
Lightning
first. It's
quick.
right after the first down, so that's huge.
Huge. So we got
I'm not sure how much time is left because the walkie-talkie.
the walkie-talkie is dead, but we got first down here, Marcellus. Finn drops. Carter keeps going to these deep slots, and he's wide open, but
Nobody's open.
Finn,
Hayden
Finn
spins.
has to roll, and
Oh,
that's a catch.
wow! And the clock stops too. I mean, that's just what you don't want there. Is
Wow.
That
dash
is
for
a perfect ball at the perfect time by Finn.
Great
Yeah.
throw.
Great throw. My assumption is there's probably going to be less than 2 minutes left. It has to be. There's 5 minutes left, but it feels like an eternity
I'm waiting to hear how much
ago.
time. Somebody has to yell it down there.
Time! How much time?
Minute
Minute
12
12.
left, folks. This is
Minute
for
12.
the game.
Clock is
How many
stopped right now.
timeouts?
Marcello's should have
They have
2
two.
timeouts
Marcellus has
left.
2 timeouts. Let me adjust that.
There we go.
So
So I
we
mean,
got
a lot of time here.
a
Score tied up. Now, here's
Santi.
my question: if they
Santi.
score, do they go
We
for
got
2
John.
and try to end it?
We got
I don't
John
believe
Sheehy in the
so.
chat, and
I
then
don't
we
think
have
they're that
Santi. Big
desperate.
play here.
I don't think Marcellus is desperate enough
Both
to go
the Sheehy
for 2.
brothers in the chat right now.
Really?
You know, the Sheehy brothers love freaking flag football, man.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, true.
That's a blitz. Finn
Ooh.
reads it
He's
very
going.
nicely and
The
he
hips
breaks.
don't lie for the kid.
And
goes right out of
smartly
bounds.
gets
Smart.
right out of bounds.
Smart.
And
Right before
that
the first
is
down.
The
right
first two.
before the first down.
So it's going to be third down here?
believe
short.
it's 3rd and short here. Costellos do still have a run.
Or was that third? That third chase was not a first down, right?
I don't believe so.
I would go
think you
short.
do. I think you
think you
do.
might just
I
have
think
to
you do.
Talk about a 2 and out.
Yeah. I
You
don't
gotta
know.
convert. You gotta convert here.
Santi said big play here before the last
2
one.
and
I
out.
still agree
and
with
if he's
him.
on you like glue, cut up.
Santi, I still agree with you. I think a big play's coming.
I mean, they haven't tested Sturman since his touchdown. A couple of deep shots, but none has connected. So maybe Spike's gonna be on their
You
heels.
can tell me that I didn't move the camera.
High snap. That's a quick throw.
And
Yep.
that's a first down.
And that's a first down. He's inbounds though.
That's
He
not
is
really.
inbounds.
That's not.
That's not great
That's
at
not
all.
good.
No.
Yeah,
No.
he's in bounds. So you
They
gain
called it
3
Timeout
yards.
Marcello's
A
here.
bug hitting me in the
You
head.
just burn a timeout.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That was not ideal.
Great defense by Bikes. They knew it was coming, but they let him stay in bounds.
Who tackled him?
One stop for Bikes puts them at the
not sure.
1 seed in all of flag football this season.
Anybody know who tackled him there?
I think Dash did.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Dash. Yep.
Okay.
That was
Dash
Millie.
and Millie
I think Dash was on Dash.
on the stop.
Yeah.
How many tackles does Dylan Lane have?
Quite a few, I'm sure.
He's 4? He's up to 20 on the season.
Yeah, he's having himself a great season from that middle
How many
linebacker
does Jason
spot.
have in the winter that was the leading?
28.
It was, me and Jason
Yeah,
were
we're
tied.
tied.
That was first
Yeah.
season we took tackles, though.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, yeah,
That
me and
was
Jason
last
were
season.
tied.
Yeah.
So, Dylan Lane, man.
All right, so we got a pass play
Sturman?
here.
Nope.
Nah.
Nobody open.
Finn again.
He's got Chase.
Oh, it's a hold.
That's a hold.
He's got Chase. He's
Oh,
got
that's a
Chase.
hold. They called it.
Comes out.
Yeah, that's a really
They called it, too.
that's
They
a
called
ugly
it.
hold on Anthony Ray there.
That was obvious.
That's
I think Hayden threw up a 10 there for my 10th sack, and it's getting called back.
They may decline it though.
What if they decline?
They should decline it.
What, did they sack him in bounds?
I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you may want to decline that.
Oh, yep, they declined it. The
declined it.
clock is
Fine,
running.
it's-
So
that's
Hayden got a
a
sack.
Clock's
sack
Hayden.
Hayden Bohm.
Clock's going.
Sack Hayden Bohm. They
Is
declined
that 10
it.
on the season? He threw up a 10.
I
Is that,
bel-
is that 10 on the season for Hayden?
It's close. I'm not
If
sure
he had-
exactly.
yeah.
Gotta be, bro.
Yeah, it might be.
He's had 2 crazy games.
Three more. All he needs is 3 more to break the record.
And Finn
And
drops
he's playing. And he's
here.
playing against us in the final game.
Great block by Tommy Joseph there. He is eating him alive. Owen out of bounds.
Oh, he's not. He's still. Oh, he's
he's
out.
out.
Oh,
Oh,
my
wow.
goodness.
Sweet
Wow.
feet.
Sweet
Nice
feet,
play.
Owen
Sweet
Lynch.
feet, Owen Lynch.
They have no time.
He looked like Walter Payton.
Wow.
Wow.
Ryan asked Declan,
Wow.
what would you draw up here?
Ryan, you ever hear of a play called 4 verticals?
Oh my God.
Just get over
You're.
This is why your red zone
you know what?
struggles.
You know what matter when you're so close to the end zone and 4 verticals, just like they go up and then they just like go all over the place.
I
It's
wouldn't
basically
call
what it is
that.
here.
I would call the Bologna special.
How about
Bologna.
LePaire? Get open. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I'd probably do the classic. Steven, be short for me if I need it. LePaire corner.
The Bologna
Tom
spe-
on a comeback. See what happens.
Ryan.
I like it.
Ryan
I
is
like it.
Ryan is live from Billy's Sports Bar. He says. Ryan.
Ryan, get some
Ryan.
help.
Yeah.
Love
All
that
right.
place.
We got
Shout out
Marcello's here.
Is this the last play of the game?
It's one of
There's
them.
probably
It's close. There's probably.
20 seconds.
You think 20 seconds? I think
Stops on incompletion, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
they blitzed.
That's a blitz.
Throw it out of bounds.
Ooh.
Oh, great coverage there by Luke Mahan, ladies and gentlemen.
And if you can see in the live stream here, we have lightning.
thing
Well, there's
here.
lightning in the distance. I don't know if the live stream is seeing it.
There's been lightning for the past
Yeah.
like
No, it's
10
been.
minutes.
But it's
Yeah.
all.
Mo Dico would have packed his things and went
No,
home.
he
would
would
have
have
told
been-
his team to get off the
he
field.
would have
We're
been
going
hiding
home.
behind
If
the
he was
couch.
beacon bikes, he would have said, "We won. We're going home."
No, bro, I'm not saying it like
That's exactly what you've done. Mo, hope Albania is treating you
Yeah, you
well.
can see it on the
Nice
live stream.
shot,
Little
Mo.
flashes. This is. I mean,
Shout out the
this is
Albanian
this is
Golf
this is summer
Association.
flag.
Yeah,
This is
honestly.
summer flag.
Those guys know how to
That's
play,
all-
man.
I
Shout out
saw,
the Albanian
I
Golf
saw BCM
Association.
scored so far so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
just work
heard
hard
from
out.
other golfers that Basim had
He can
a
golf.
plus 11 day on the first round, and then second round he had the most miraculous day ever. to
Yeah.
play
So,
on
so
second
is
place.
that somebody
plus
with an
11
eraser
pounds.
on their pencil
Well,
Plus
who
11
is
plus 11
taking that
pounds.
Might
seat?
be.
There's a good chance.
That's our assistant coach, Basim Dika there.
Yeah.
That's the game right here.
This is it.
Yeah, here we go.
Is this
Ty,
full?
last play.
Timeout.
It's fourth down though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Fourth down.
11
right, let's lock in
seconds
here in the
on
booth.
the clock.
The booth has to lock in here on
What
this one.
do you draw
I would
up
have
here?
throw it up to Sturman.
Let's see what the huddle looks like.
I'd probably throw it up to I put Jay in, throw it up to you in the vicinity of Jay and Tom.
Yeah,
See
try
what
to tip
happens.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The huddle. Owen's not in the huddle, so he's not involved.
Because they should be playing a prevent 4 deep defense.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
they didn't, that's moronic.
So Owen's not in the huddle. He's not involved. Chase is leaving early.
It seems like they're not on the same page. So my assumption is Sturman just got the nod that the ball's going up to you.
I mean, with Dash O'Malley, 100%.
Yeah, maybe. And
if
if you were any team and you looked at my huddle and
If
you
it's-
saw Tom Flynn smirking from ear to ear, you know the ball's going up.
what are they? What defense? They're playing 2 safeties here. Oh shit.
No, they're going to
just-
drop 4
yeah.
deep. They're going to drop 4 deep if they're smart. I wouldn't doubt them to
I
rush.
think you gotta
the
hit
We're
ball.
gonna drive everyone back. On
I
the
think you
snap.
gotta hit him quick over the
They're
middle and hope
they're
he
gonna
falls
rush.
Yep.
They're
everyone's
rushing 2.
in. Sturman in the middle, man. Now you gotta throw it. You
Throw
have
it
to
up.
throw it.
Throw it up.
Chase, bro. You gotta give Chase a chance.
Oh my God! He
threw his
dropped it.
hands. Sturman dropped the game-tying touchdown.
Oh my God.
That
Wow.
is disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta feel
Through his
sick
hands.
for him.
He's asking for a shove in the back.
He probably isn't. You know what?
He's
There,
probably not
there
wrong.
may or may not have been one, but we have a couple line judges back there. I
Wow.
trust Forever's judgment in this case. He knows what he's talking
Jaya
about.
Goddard drops
At the-
a roll of bikes. Luke Mahan MVP.
At the end of
Jaya,
the day-
you frankly might be right.
You got to catch that ball, and Luke Mahan for MVP, he just jumped possibly into the first place spot.
You just took my spot.
It depends though, LePere.
Yeah.
Defense does get accounted for, and you
Sure.
probably are leading the league in tackles by a good margin.
Mahan's having a crazy year.
He's
though.
having an insane year.
Insane.
He is.
Beast.
Mahan
He is.
killing
We
it.
get your touchdowns up.
Yeah, I gotta have a big game against Roma.
I mean,
Looking forward to that game.
the hub controls Hayden's sack record and Luke Mahan's fate next week.
Does?
Maybe I'll just
Yeah.
maybe I'll just give him both of it.
I'm sorry. Did you come on here to commentate or talk about the hub?
Yeah, I agree.
Rich,
Right? Wrong or right?
did you come up here to stat keep or commentate?
No.
Both. Both. I did pretty good with stats
So,
tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
ladies
to you.
and gentlemen, that's the final. 17-10.
There's a child on the field.
Beacon Bikes is a
readable.
force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Chico and animal.
Um,
I am.
What is all this?
Go to the
All
booth
these
cam here. I
completions?
mean,
Yes. Circle means completion. X means.
Closing comments.
I think that this
Bikes are good.
this right here is Shane Green's big FU to Kyle.
Yeah, I think it is too because he just went against probably every teaching Kyle had about being a pocket passer. He ran around for 4 quarters straight, and he made magic happen.
Yeah.
Also, it comes down that game realistically to 2 plays. You have, and this comes back to one player, unfortunately. You have Luke Mahan's touchdown, which should never be a touchdown, on a missed flag by Matt Sturman.
Yes.
To end the game, you have a catchable ball by Matt Sturman, unfortunately, that was dropped. Now, last play of the game is a tough play. That one you can't knock any player on.
Yeah.
The missed flag, though, you can't have that if you're Marcellus. But guess what? They're 3-1. They will be fine. They have a great team, a great coach.
Bikes goes
Everyone's
into sole
good to
possession in
go.
the first place here, 4-1.
It's interesting because a lot of people don't give Bikes the respect, but I think they deserve it.
I think they deserve it too. I think they have a great all-around team. But I think they have to be on the same page, and I think Kyle has to get on that page too.
I couldn't agree more, but
The Hubs in
being
first
at
place?
4-1,
They beat each other. They're both 3-1. We're 3-1. We haven't played them.
They're 4-1.
We haven't played our game.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
you
they're
got-
but they're
yeah.
4-1.
Nah.
doesn't
Why'd you do
matter.
that? Mute
Doesn't
it and then
matter.
say that.
The Hubs in first place.
Oh, we will.
I got.
Guys,
I,
We're gonna
Rich,
be- I'm telling
Richard
you.
just yelled at me
We're
for
telling
talking
you.
about the hub up
If we
here.
get
It's
it
my
figured out,
show.
it'll be fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is a ball game.
Do we want to do a quick little interview with somebody before they get out of here? I mean, who could you even bring up here right now?
Nobody.
I would
No.
I would love to bring up Shane or Mahan. I mean, Shane's gonna come up here. He's not gonna say much.
How about a little Zeke Bando?
I would love Zeke.
Yeah,
up here.
Zeke would be a good interview.
Look at Shane
Let's
just
grab.
take
Let's
control of
grab
the huddle
before
there.
we end this. Let's get somebody up here. You know, I mean.
Well, people are gonna start coming up here.
I mean, just look at the. How do I do this, Jay?
Oh yeah, turn this.
Oh, my bad. Oh, you missed it.
This Bikes
Zoom in on
team
the
without
morale.
Jaya,
Yeah, let's hear.
Without
Let's check him
Jaya,
out.
without
And
Gio,
Get it
came
done.
to play.
I mean, here you see.
Off night from Finn, I believe.
Here you see the bikes.
Get a zoom in on Conklin there, maybe.
There's Conklin. Conklin's there walking by, just
He's a
Foo
good
Bear.
sport.
hanging out.
He's a good sport.
Zeke Bando walking off, but then you look over across.
Shock o'clock. All right, Shock Squad.
There's Zeke Bando going off the field. Dylan Lane going off the field. Dylan, up to 20 catches on the season.
20 tackles.
Tackles, sorry about that.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey on the mic.
Steal.
I had to get
Jack,
one of those.
You got to get one out.
we can call it a night here.
Yeah, we can call it. Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
I would love to get that guy in the booth right now, actually.
Kyle,
Kyle. Ask how he's feeling about his team.
let's go down on an on-field interview.
We can ask him. We can go down
All
there.
right, ladies and gents, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Sleep well tonight.
Signing off.
Signing off.
Signing off. Thanks for watching.
Jack, hell of a job tonight.
This was a great duo, I think.
Good job, fellas.
Thank you, sir. All right. We'll be back next week with more matchups.
Romanova Costellos, you'll want to watch. Is all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say the same thing.
You're gonna want to watch
gonna be a good
Romanova
one.
I'm gonna say the same
Costellos.
thing. Hub versus Beacon Bikes. Winner. I mean, if the Hub wins, we book a first round bye. So I'm
Job,
excited for
Johnny.
that one.